Let's bring on some high school football on Jeffco Ed TV. We're coming to you from Kimberly, Alabama, home of the Blue Devils of Mortimer, Jordan. And tonight, they'll be hosting the Wildcats of Fultondale. They're getting crazy in Blue Devil country, aren't they? Hey, welcome in. Third year for Jeffco Ed TV. I've been proud to be a part of it for all 3 seasons. My name's Matt Coulter. I got a new partner here, Johnny Cogden. You probably know him from his years on 3340, and he's now with Cover Crimson. But just a quick story as I introduce him. He lived in Boston. He grew up in Boston. He moved to Alabama, and he never looked in the rearview mirror.
Well, our high school football might not be as good, but we had a little guy named Tom Brady for about 20 years, so we figured football out a little later than they did down south. But no, I'm so happy to be here this season of Jeffco Ed football, the big game of the week, and of course I'm sidelined with a absolute legend, Matt Coulter, who's as good as it gets. So we're really looking forward to it. We got some great football for you coming up each and every Friday, and it all starts off here with Week 0.
Yeah, and I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with these two teams. You got Mortimer Jordan's a 5A, Fultondale's a 3A, and of course, if you've been keeping up with the program, literally, they've switched everything around as far as the classifications, the regions, and that kind of thing. But they've played a few times in the past, and actually the Wildcats have the edge.
Absolutely, and although this Fultondale team is a 3A team, they're going to try to compete with this Mortimer Jordan team. Let's go to the tail of the tape, the history between these two programs, because they've been pretty even throughout the years. This will be their 28th all-time meeting. It's Fultondale with 16 wins to Mortimer Jordan's 10, and there's one tie in there. Again, the last time these two teams met out on the gridiron, you got to go back to the year 2023, where Mortimer Jordan took down Fultondale by a final score of 14-13. So let's check out our visiting coach this afternoon. Of course, that would be Jake Hogan. In his second season with the Wildcats, the head coach comes over from Hoover, where he was the run game coordinator for the Bucks. His team ended the season with a 4-game winning streak and ended up making the playoffs. Our Chris Osborne caught up with Coach Jake Hogan earlier before the game.
All right, we're here with the Fultondale coach. Coach, what you got today?
Man, just excited to get to play somebody else, man. We're looking forward to it. Should be a little bit cooler than it has been, but we're excited.
And you got a key piece of the puzzle that's out today.
We do, and you don't replace that guy, but the fact of the matter is he's still going to be one of our captains tonight. The kid's a leader, you know what I mean? And the fact is, as long as he's around us, we've got a chance to be a little bit better.
First game, what have you seen since camp?
Well, improvements, they're just ready. Last week, so difficult. You're so tired of hitting on each other. They're just excited to get to bang against somebody else.
All right, Coach, good luck to you. Thanks so much. Back to you guys up top.
So much, Chris. Now on the other sideline for Mortimer Jordan and the Blue Devils, it's head coach Heath Lauderdale, who's heading into his 3rd season on the sideline for Big Blue. He's 7-15 at Mortimer Jordan in 2 seasons. However, as a head coach, he's just over 500, 38-37 with an overall record as a head man. Mortimer Jordan made the postseason last year under his leadership last season. Chris Osborne once again talked with Blue Devils head coach Heath Lauderdale to prepare for yet another run at postseason glory.
Chris Osborne here with Coach Lauderdale from the Blue Devils. Coach, what you got for tonight?
Hey, we just ready to go. It's been a long time waiting. You end the season back in November or December, depending on when you get done, and you put all those hours and all that sweat and all that work to come to this moment. We're just all excited, ready to go tonight.
We've talked a little bit during media day, and now a couple of weeks later, Game 0. What's looking good for you? Offense, defense, special team?
The last couple of weeks, just everything's kind of gelled together. We know we've got a real good competition tonight. Fultondale's doing a good job. Coach Hogan will do a good job. But practice-wise, and then last week at the Jamboree down at Sanford, we did a lot of things real well. Hopefully that'll carry over tonight. Always early in the season, you worry about timing on your offense and just in space tackling defensively. And so those always come into play. But we've done a pretty good job of that, and that excites us right now.
Last question. Ross Christie out for Fultondale, one of their key pieces. Did that change your game plan?
No, sir. No. We just have to be prepared for, whatever they can do. There's a lot of things that we haven't seen from them. It's been a while since we've had film on them or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it's week to week. Next man up. You never know who's going to be the guy with the ball.
Coach Lauderdale, thanks so much for your time. Good luck to you. All right, let's talk about field conditions. So sunset tonight, lights come on about 7:30. It's right now a nice, cool, I'd say 87-ish is what the forecast says. No rain in the forecast. The field feels great. Looks like it's been freshly painted. We're expecting a great game. And I can tell you this, that the Alabama High School Sports Athletic Association makes sure that all of these athletes, band members, cheerleaders hydrate. So they are on a hydration schedule until it starts to get to be fall. Back to you guys up top.
The high school football season, it's Fultondale and Mortimer Jordan right here on Jeffco Ed TV.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. Welcome to the 2026-2027 school year. This year, we are focusing on realizing our potential and redefining the standard. While this serves as our theme, it is more than just a slogan. It's our mission.
Well, we know 1 pound.
At Jeffco Ed, we recognize that we possess the talent, intelligence, and resources to be an A school district. The potential exists within every classroom and every office. Now, we are redefining the standard of excellence we provide to our students. Our new benchmark is simple yet bold, earning an A on the state report card. As we step into this new year, I am calling on everyone to embrace the vision. Together, we will transform potential into achievement and redefine what is possible for Jeffco Ed.
Welcome back to Jeffco Ed TV. You see the Senior Day ceremonies going on. They're going to get it out of the way nice and early here in week 0. Some great players, cheerleaders, band members being recognized on the field before we kick this thing off. However, let's take a look at the Jefferson County teams that are in action tonight. Officially week 0 of the high school football slate. Let's start at just south of Bryant-Denny Stadium, Tuscaloosa Central. They will host Center Point. Clay Chalkfield, the defending 6A state champs. They cross the state border. They'll take on Creekside in the Peach State of Georgia. St. Clair County and Gardendale, they played last night. Let's check out the Macadori Yellow Jackets. They're up north in the state taking on Lee in Huntsville. Oak Grove at Alabama Christian. Florence is going to take on Pinson Valley, the Indians, an always tough place to get a victory. Dora and Corner, those two teams, there's no love lost there. Expect a lot of running in that football game. Mountain Brook, the always tough Spartans, led by head coach Chris Yeager, is on the road at Hueytown. A new era of Golden Gopher football set to kick off at Hueytown. Jag's going to take on Shades Valley. The Mountainies, I should say, are getting ready to rock and roll. And then a game that I'm going to have my eye on tonight when I'm driving back, Pleasant Grove at Aniana, one of the best games in the state to kick off week 0. The ASHAA made some big changes to regions and classifications this athletic season. In our podcast, Jeffco Ed, our own John Huddleston talks with defending state champion head coach Stuart Floyd from Clay Chalkville High School.
Hi, everyone, and welcome in once again to Inside Jeffco Ed, our podcast here at Jefferson County Schools that takes you across the district, all the ins and outs and goings on that you want to know about. And today, we have a question for you. Who's ready for some high school football? You know, the new season kicks off this month, and the Clay Chalkville High School Cougars are looking to score another championship this year, but this year they also have to navigate some big changes. I am very excited today to welcome our guest for today's program, Coach Stuart Floyd. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll talk about the season here in just a second, but first, or I should say the 2026 season, but first, let's hit the Wayback button for a moment and go back to last year, 2025, the perfect season, undefeated, state championship. When you look back on that, what comes to mind?
Just a lot of fun, you know. I think when you're in the moment you're you can't really look back and enjoy just the season, but to go back and kind of watch and revisit some of the clips from last year, it's just, I'm sure it'll get better over time in the coming years, but just a good group of kids and, just kind of a magical season we had.
A little bit of a shift this year in AHSAA. I should say a big shift this year in AHSAA. No longer 7A, expanding 6A. How is that change going to impact the 2026 season, you think?
Yeah, I don't know that it really affects us. I felt like most everybody in the old 6A just became the new 5A. And so for us, it really doesn't matter, I don't think. So I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to it. The only negative I thought for us was they pulled somebody out of our region, a month after we had kind of solidified the region, and then everybody lost a region game, which, in our situation, it's hard for us to find people that want to play. So we're pretty limited on who we can pick up the phone and call.
Well, Coach, I certainly appreciate your time today. I know you've very busy, and we appreciate you carving out some time for us today and speaking with us.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
And I know we'll be out there when the stadium does open this year. It'll be on our Jeff Go Ed TV, our game of the week, I'm sure, this year, and we look forward to seeing that. And for all you folks watching at home, be sure to join us every week during this football season for our Jeff Go Ed TV game of the week. Coach, thanks very much, and thank you for watching as well.
State champion, and I'll tell you what, that 6A is going to get a lot more difficult with the Thompsons and the Hoovers of the world. But you know what? They've beaten them. They've proven it time and time again. They can hang with the big dogs. I give the Cougars as good of any team in the state to win that 6A again. However, we're going to shift our focus back to this game that's about to start over our shoulder. And, Matt, as we welcome you back in, there's a pretty special story for that MJ Special Teams unit.
Yeah, watch for number 94, Riley Walker. Now, Riley can work as a guy's name? No, this is a girl. I remember her from last year. She can kick, and she's accurate. And for what we understand in some of the conversations we had, she's gotten more distance now. But it's a phenomenal story at Jefferson County and the high school here at Mortimer, Jordan. Let's meet Riley Green.
From the soccer field to the football field.
Played soccer for, I think, 13 years now. So that's been my main thing.
At a younger age, Riley Walker also competed in pageants and dance.
But I just told my mom one day, I don't really want to do these other things anymore, and I really want to focus on one. And I chose soccer.
Over the years, Riley says her love for soccer grew. But in middle school, she found herself wanting another purpose.
I was just sitting in gym one day, and I believe, there's something big out there for me. And football signups were happening that day. I'm like, I can kick a soccer ball 50 yards. I'm sure I can kick a football the same.
With the support of her middle school football coach, Riley made the team.
I will say first game was rough, okay? But, when you're starting out, of course, they're all like that.
Riley learned kicking in football is much different than her experience in soccer.
So even though I had the strength of soccer at first, kicking a football, you have to hit it in an exact way. And I learned that very quickly.
Riley says practice paid off.
As of right now, I am a starting PAT kicker, and in the red zone is where I am for field goals.
And she continues to get better in both football and soccer.
In soccer, outstanding. I can kick even farther now. So my job now in soccer is to take all corners and all goal kicks. So I'll take it. I've been on so many teams, but nothing's like the love and support that I've gotten on this one. Honestly, I know they're all like brothers, and they support me in any way that they can. The camaraderie is amazing.
Reporting for Jeff Go Ed TV, I'm Maya Pippins.
Now it's time to meet both teams for the Jeff Go Ed TV Game of the Week.
Caleb Parker, sophomore.
Kamarion Carson, junior.
Christopher Bozeman, freshman. Jimmy Washington, junior. Travis Jackson, junior, sophomore.
Jacob Jones, sophomore.
Kay Gallegos, sophomore.
Ela Fletcher, sophomore.
Adorian Jones, sophomore. Justin Allen, Jr. Brian Brockman, Jr.
Jordan Rice, sophomore.
Cedric Pearson, senior. Rodriguez King, junior. LaQuincy Patton, junior. Jacob Pearson, sophomore. Mikael Sutton, junior. Caleb Brown, junior. Jaden Gadsden, senior. Braylon Gibson, junior.
Malachi Jackson, freshman.
This is Jake Hogan, head coach of the Fultondale High School Wildcat football team. Go Wildcats.
Blaze Neely, senior.
Christopher Brown, junior.
Jason Bridges, senior.
Connor Elm, junior. Braden McGuire, senior.
Riley Harp, number 55.
Brady Hughes, senior.
Carter Feldman, senior.
Tanner Jackson, junior.
Josh Roper, senior. DeAndre Chapman, senior.
Neil Harris, senior. Amir Hicks, senior.
Colin Lee, junior.
Blade Williams, senior.
Colton Lauderdale, senior.
Jonah Carroll, senior.
D'Angelo Williams, senior.
Silas Shire, senior. Bryson Harris, junior.
Welcome to tonight's game. It's Coach Heath Lauderdale, Mortimer Jordan High School. Roll, Jordan, roll.
And those are your introductions for both Fultondale and Mortimer Jordan. You are now taking a look at senior night ceremonies taking place. Hey, I like doing it week 0. Just get all the great players and coaches and band members and cheerleaders out there to deserve their hard work and the recognition that they deserve. So, again, senior day ceremonies taking place on the field right now. We're going to take a quick break here on the Jeffco Ed TV Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're getting closer and closer to kickoff.
All the dice go in here. Like, all of the celery has to be diced. Okay. I know, crazy. Proper knife skills.
The great thing about Signature Academies is if you have a passion for culinary arts, or if you know that you want to own a restaurant, or if you know that you want to go in and be a pastry chef for a really high-end hotel, this is your pathway to that point.
I've been here for 3 years, and when you come to this class, you're going to first learn, knife skills and how to cook an egg, how to do the potatoes, how to preserve them, all those good things. And then you come and you learn more about the temperatures, what not to do in the kitchen, what to do in the kitchen. Always wash your hands, always clean up after yourself.
I am a very much so learn it in the classroom, then learn it in the kitchen. So we'll take a couple days to learn the theory behind it in the classroom, maybe do a project or two, and then we'll move into the kitchen. Almost always 2 to 3 days a week we're in the kitchen, and we're taking what we've learned and we're doing it.
My hands-on experience has taught me a lot of things about temperature danger zones. I've learned about cross-contaminations, a lot of foodborne diseases, and how a lot of them come from just bad food management, and also how to keep yourself clean when it comes to dealing with food.
Our class is here to teach you how to be in the industry of hospitality. So it could be anywhere from hotels to front of the house, being a hostess, or it could be in the kitchen.
I would say this made me college career ready because not only do you know what you need to know about a kitchen in here or learn what you need to learn, but you also you're with a team. And so I feel like that involves, great leadership skills. It allows you to open up to others, work with other people, get to know other people, instead of just, kind of being to yourself. This gives you that opportunity to branch out.
Welcome back to Kimberly, Alabama, where we are getting ready for some Week 0 high school football action to kick off the season. Mortimer Jordan playing host to Fultondale. And, Matt, as you can see here on the field, the Senior Day ceremony is continuing to take place. And we knew it was going to be a long line because this MJ team is just loaded with seniors.
You know, and that's a great point and a great launching point as we get ready to broadcast this. By the way, I have to just say this real quick. We have great stadiums all across Jefferson County, but this may be my favorite. Of course, next week I'll say it's my favorite too. But I just like this. It's cozy. It's in the Pines. It's in beautiful Kimberly. It's a great place. But you were talking about seniors. I was talking with Coach before the game, Coach Lauderdale, and then Coach Hogan as well. I said something to Coach Lauderdale. I said, they have, I'm talking about the Wildcats.
Yeah.
They have 2 senior starters. You have 4 senior starters on your offensive line.
Yep.
This is the perfect example of experience versus youth.
And, you know, as a 3A team, I know the classifications are a little out of whack, but a 3A team getting ready to take on a 5A team, especially when that 3A team is loaded with underclassmen, that's one heck of a challenge. And all offseason long, you had to imagine they were training in the hot sun, they were lifting weights, and they were trying to physically prepare their bodies to go to war against a team like Mortimer Jordan, who we've just seen them in pregame warm-ups out in the field. These kids are huge.
They are, and as the seniors continue, we will note it's not just the football players, it's all the seniors that compete or have a part in the athletic program. As you see, their band members and cheerleaders and others that take place here at Mortimer Jordan, and that continues. And I'm telling you what, they always rehearse and get this thing because their players are going to run out of the field as soon as we get the last senior.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Matt. I
No,
apologize.
it's all right. I was just going to move along to what may be the biggest story of this football game, and that's the fact that probably one of the best athletes that was going to be out here is not here. And I'm talking about Ross Christie.
Ross Christie is probably the best 10th grade baseball player, not just in the state, not in the Southeast, the entire country.
Best outfielder, right. He is.
He's incredible, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to go week 1, or we are week 0. I'm going to keep slipping up on that all day, week 0. However, it's not an injury that's going to sideline him that long. A precautionary measure earlier in the year. They want to make sure they have him back for region play. But this is a 3-sport athlete who not only plays baseball, where he's the best outfielder in the country for his age. He doesn't just play football, where he's one of the best athletes on the field, but he runs track as well, a true 3-sport athlete.
And he's got a hose.
Absolutely.
I was reading about it. You know, I played a little baseball, and I love outfielders that can gun people down. And this guy's exit velocity on his arm from center field 77. So guys got a hose.
Yeah.
The guys, they're going to miss him. But I think more than anything, and I don't think we can go into too much, it's youth versus experience. And it's also 5A versus 3A. And I'm not teeing this up for any big blowout or anything.
Sure.
But it's safe to say that Mortimer Jordan is a favorite here.
Absolutely.
Plus, you know, you're at home.
They're home. They got fans that have been coming early on, and Chris was saying earlier on his pregame report from the field, he said a cool 87 degrees. I'll tell you what, right now we're just outside the press box. We're out here in the elements. It is hot, and we're not on the turf. We're not wearing helmets and shoulder pads. So hydration's going to be key. These kids have been hydrating all week and especially all day because out on the field it's going to be a war of attrition out there with these elements.
I walked across it, and it's toasty, but this turf didn't seem quite as hot as some as I have walked across. So maybe that'll help. Up here, outside, I'm perspiring just a little bit, but at the end of the year, we may be wishing for weather like this, although I doubt it seriously.
Well, we are getting towards the end of the Senior Day ceremony, so we're going to sneak in one more break here on Jeffco Ed TV. When we come back, hopefully we're going to have the national anthem as we creep closer and closer to kickoff here in Week 0 between Fultondale and the Mortimer Jordan Blue Devils.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. Welcome to the 2026-2027 school year. This year, we are focusing on realizing our potential and redefining the standard. While this serves as our theme, it is more than just a slogan. It's our mission.
Well, we know 1 pound.
At Jeffco Ed, we recognize that we possess the talent, intelligence, and resources to be an A school district. The potential exists within every classroom and every office. Now, we are redefining the standard of excellence we provide to our students. Our new benchmark is simple yet bold: earning an A on the state report card. As we step into this new year, I am calling on everyone to embrace the vision. Together, we will transform potential into achievement and redefine what is possible for Jeff Co-Ed.
Welcome back to Kimberly, Alabama. Mortimer Jordan High School right here on Blue Devil Drive. I'm joined as always by Matt Coulter, who we will be joined every Friday night throughout the high school football season, bringing you the Jeff Co-Ed TV Game of the Week. The Senior Day ceremonies have completed, have come to a close, and here we go, Matt. We have those big bad Blue Devils that are coming out. The captains joined by the referee, Fultondale, the Wildcats on the far sideline. My eyesight's not great, but man, those Auburn uniforms, they look like the orange and blue. They look like the Tigers.
I wanted to talk about the uniforms because there is no question both these teams have a distinct look for teams, and particularly teams in the South. Of course, Auburn, the F on the helmet gives it away a little bit, but that is an Auburn away uniform. As I think we are going to pause now and praise America for playing for the national anthem.
Gentlemen, please stand. We'll start with a prayer by Shelby McCombs, followed by the national anthem.
Let us pray. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to play ball and for giving each of us the ability to strength and health to be here. Please place our player, coach, and everyone today. Keep everyone safe from injuries. Help us remember that our attitude and character matter more than the final score. Give the players confidence, focus, strength, and good sportsmanship. Help encourage one another, respect the other team, and play with everything we have. When things don't go our way, help us stay positive and trust you. Lord, let everything we do tonight honor you. Thank you for bringing us together, and please guide us both on and off the field. In Jesus' name, amen.
Bless America, and God bless the rest of the season. Jeff Co-Ed TV, bringing you high school football at its very finest. Back to my point on the unis. By the way, the F on Fultondale almost looks like the Florida F. That was just something I noticed here recently. However, they do favor Auburn. And I believe that may be Ross Christie coming out on crutches, the injured player we were just talking about. But tell me about the Duke Blue Devils here.
Man, they're not the Duke Blue Devils from Durham, North Carolina. They're from up here in Kimberly, Alabama. And as we get ready to welcome the Blue Devils and the Wildcats to the field, I need to tell you, Matt, I was pulling in here about 4 o'clock, getting ready to do some pregame stuff, and there were already fans coming into this stadium, breathing the elements. They are so fired up to have high school football back.
Let's take a listen.
You get to call the toss. What do you want to call? He wants to call heads. That right there, the Alabama High School logo will be heads. Okay, the call is heads. It is tails. Mortimer Jordan has won the toss. What you want to do? He wants the ball. You You want to defend the scoreboard? Okay, you're going to turn your back here with Mr. Williams to the scoreboard. Jordan's going to face the scoreboard. Turn over here with me. Face each other, guys. Mortimer Jordan has won the toss, and they will receive. All right, guys, let's have a good one.
Fun is huge. I mean, there's just no a junior college or small college team. It's Roper, Hughes, Hart, Jackson, and Feldman, and they're a load, and they're all upperclassmen.
And I'll tell you what about Roper. He's not going to have to travel far to play his college ball, Matt. He's going to go play for Samford down in Homewood, and he's got that FBS size, and he's going to be staying close to home playing for the Bulldogs.
About to come through the Jordan banner at the infield to our left. So on offense, we'll see Blaze Neely. He's a quarterback with a lot of savvy.
And you know what? He's a 3-year starter as we welcome the Blue Devils to the field. It is a third-year starter. The first year, you're kind of getting your feet wet. The second year, you're trying to get the playbook down. And now as a senior with all that experience and all those starts under your belt, you're ready to win some football games and make a real push to not only getting back to the postseason, but winning some games. I know that's what they expect out of Neely, number 7 for Mortimer Jordan.
One of the things I want to mention here, and we will throughout the season, is as you look at the shots and you hear the sounds of high school football at its finest in the state of Alabama, we're so blessed to have Jefferson County support Jeffco Ed TV. And when they decided that they were going to do this, it's not just football. We'll be doing some basketball, some girls basketball, some soccer, virtually every sport that we possibly can. But sights and sounds, getting back to that, this is one of the best crews I've ever worked with. All of the photographers, the producers, John Rocket's running. How many hats is he wearing? Like 3? But I've worked with most every one of these photographers back in my days at TV, and I guess you have too.
Absolutely.
This is as experienced as the Blue Devils offensive line.
My last 8 years as a professional working in TV, I've been on the sidelines, going a couple different games, shooting it. So now to have this experience and to watch the game through this lens, I'm so fired up to be with you every Friday night throughout the fall.
Rice is deep. I love the way when they toss the coin and they want it. Where's the ball? Where's the ball?
They're ready to go. This is a kickoff that's been long anticipated for months and months now. All the hitting each other in camp, all the sweat, blood, tears, it all culminates in a week 0 kickoff. And we're watching 55 early on for Fultondale kick in practice. And, man, this kid's got a boot for a right leg.
55, yeah. I just talked to some of their coaching staff, and 55 will not only kick. Man, that is a large human being. He will not only kick. Cedric Pearson, he plays defensive line and he punts. I bet he covers kicks and punts pretty well.
He better hydrate tonight. He's an Iron Man out here. We're sweating up here. I can't imagine on the field. And we're off.
Jeffco Ed TV's off in 2026. Ball scooped at the 15. We've got whistles.
They've waited all winter and all spring and all summer to hit somebody, so we might as well.
On the return.
Oh, illegal procedure early on, it looks like.
Burrow on the return, but we got a flag, and is this a do-over?
Yep, legal procedure.
Flags on the kickoff.
Now, Burrow and Rice were deep.
All right, we waited this long. We can wait another 2 minutes.
Not? Now they'll do it all over from the 35-yard line.
Again, the speakers, the band, the sights and the sounds of a Friday night in Jefferson County. Again, this is why you lift all these weights for nights like this.
2-a-days, man.
Are they still allowed to do 2-a-days in 2026?
Yeah, they do. They're a lot smarter about when they do it and how they hydrate. All right, Pearson with another kick. This time it's fielded by an up back to the 35, cuts to the 40. Breaks a tackle, and then he is slammed to the ground.
Number 16, Carson Bridges.
At about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be great field position for Blaze Neely. You can't ask for much better. As Fultondale will start on defense, and you look at some of the defensive linemen, again, the battle in the trenches is something I'm going to keep my eye on throughout the night because, again, we talked about the experience and all the seniors on that offensive line for MJ. And for Fultondale, I want to see if they can get a good push from the defensive line.
From the 44, the officials mark it there. It'll be 1st and 10 Blue Devils. And back in shotgun formation, he's 6'4", 3-year starter. Handoff from Neely up the middle to Cruz, and he'll get a couple three.
Chris Brown with the
That's Chris Brown.
We got some more laundry on the field early on. Little extracurricular. Again, there's so much energy in the stadium right now. You got to be able to keep your emotions in check early on.
Well, I noticed on the kickoff when they blew the whistle early, but didn't stop the hitting.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, 15-yard
yeah,
penalty.
Fultondale's a little jacked. And, you know, when you're an underdog, maybe you kind of bow it up here early.
So I think we've had one play from scrimmage, and we've got 2 flags to start the year.
Well, we're just going to hope. You know what? It can get better.
That's right.
That's the water. The glass is half full. So that'll give them a first down in Fultondale territory as they will go 44-44.
And as you saw Hogan right there, man, he's intense.
39.
The team takes on the identity of their head coach, and so far we got some really good field position for the Blue Devils.
15 yards to the 39-yard line, and again, Blaze Neely, the senior quarterback. Man shifts in motion. Up the middle, and Fultondale stonewalls him.
You weren't kidding. 55, the kicker.
Pierce.
I mean, my goodness, what doesn't he do out there?
Well, so far he's got a tackle, a couple of kickoffs.
Absolutely. And again, I just can't help but think they look like the Auburn Tigers away uniforms. You get the Florida-looking helmet and the Auburn uniform.
Well,
they're wearing white on a hot night like this.
Blue Devils are bigger up front, but not then. Loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Blue Devils, there's a nice play fake. They're going deep at the 10-yard line. That is sailing out of bounds over the head of Tanner Rice. It'll be 3rd down.
Little 3-step drop, going to throw it up. Might as well take a shot early on. Again, the run game not working early. Going to be facing a 3rd and 11 or so for Mortimer Jordan.
Fultondale's coming here with a little grit.
Absolutely. You know, you never want penalties, and you never want unsportsmanlike penalties, but you can almost sense that they're trying to set the tone early, trying to send a message. You may be bigger than us, you might be older than us, but we're not going to be physically pushed around tonight.
I want you to check out the nose guard. Number 22. Oh, high snap. Gathers it back in. Neely, he's going deep once again. Little contact, no flag. Pass intended for Braden McGuire, the senior. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Really good coverage. Really good coverage for Fultondale. And again, 5 was running free over there for the Mortimer Jordan Blue Devils, and ultimately unable to connect on the deep ball down the far sideline.
We'll get a shot or he'll step into your frame, but the nose guard is a freshman for Fultondale, Kendrick Williams. Not
little guy, you put right on the zero technique. 4th and long.
Man, that is one tough 9th grader, I'm telling you. 4th and 11. MJ's going for it. Look to the sideline. Play comes in from David Cochran, their offensive coordinator.
You got a timeout, MJ.
Yeah. We got a timeout, and we'll take one with 10.5 left here in the first quarter. No score on Jeffco Ed TV.
We are Mortimer Jordan High School, where it's always a great day to be a Blue Devil. We are Jeffco Ed Strong.
All right, quick timeout. Blue Devils back in the line of scrimmage. They're at the Fultondale 40-yard line. Blaze Neely deep. He'll punt. That ball hit inside the 10 and takes a Fultondale bounce. Then it takes a Blue Devils bounce, and it'll end up right around the 11-yard line.
All right, Matt. Well, with good field position, Mortimer Jordan not really to move the ball effectively. 2 runs that were absolutely stuffed and 2 deep shots down the near and far sidelines that really weren't close. So not the world's best start for that MJ offense that is so poised to have a breakout year in 2026.
Caleb Parker, the sophomore quarterback, will leave the Cats to the line of scrimmage here. Not necessarily in the shadows of the goalpost, but they're deep in their own territory. They're going to mark it at the 12. 1st and 10. First look at the offense from the Wildcats. Parker. Ooh. Down. Dropped for at least a yard loss there.
Not a lot of room to run early on, both teams.
Stop by number 36, Blade Williams.
Blade Williams is another one of those linebackers that Heath Lauderdale was so high on, talking about his leadership, not just as a player on this defense, but how smart he has to be to know that defense, because if at that linebacker spot, you're the quarterback of the defense.
There's a look at Coach Lauderdale. And, you know, if you got a name like Blade Williams, you better live up to it, don't you think?
That's like a Texas quarterback sounding name, Blade Williams.
Yeah. Man in motion, in shotgun formation. Handoff. Brown.
Jeez. Neil Harris.
That did not. They're not getting much going on offense so far, but and again, it's early in the fight.
You look at this defensive front between Chapman, Harris, Higgs, and Lee. I mean, there's some real girth to this Blue Devil defensive line.
3rd down, 11. Just 3 minutes into the opening period here at Mortimer Jordan. Jeffco Ed TV, Johnny Congdon, along with Matt Coulter. We'll be hearing from down on the sidelines here in just a second. Parker on the run. Parker eludes one tackle. Jersey grab. Back of the 15 and absolutely waylaid is Parker at the 15-yard line.
Colin Lee
took
got
a
him.
hit from Jonah Carroll, among others.
Look at this pursuit there. Lee ends up falling down initially, and as Parker is running for his life out there, who ends up making the play but Colin Lee? He's got that motor that they talked about all week, and you see it on full display there.
Well, they picked up about 5 on the play.
Uh-oh.
It's a 15-yard penalty. Results in a 1st down.
Well, there goes your 4th and 8.
Well, I guess it all comes out in the wash now. One unsportsmanlike for Fultondale, one unsportsmanlike for Mortimer Jordan, and that's a killer because they had the Wildcats backed up deep in their own end.
Yeah, that's going to move the ball out close to the 30-yard line.
I don't have a magic 8-ball, or I'm certainly not a predictor of such, but I would imagine this next play might be a run considering that Parker was just running a half marathon there to try to stay up.
They do move it exactly. I
I
think Lauderdale wanted an explanation.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't satisfy.
He's a disciplined guy, and you just can't have that in 3rd and long situations where you're going to get off the field.
All right, 1st down via the penalty ball at the 30-yard line. Fultondale's trying to score here early. Handoff. There's a hole. Left side. No, they switch directions, go to the other side. What a play fake. Parker keeps it for a 1st down.
There's that read option. Again, Parker deciding to pull it, able to get it around the end of the outside before he's finally brought down. First down of the season for Fultondale.
That moves it out to the 46-yard line. Up front, you've got Allen, Jones, Lagos, Fletcher, and Brockman for the Wildcats. You see them standing right along the 45-yard line. Ball splits the hash marks. You got twins to the top and the bottom. Back to pass. Throws. That ball is picked off. Far sideline. Blue Devil on the run. He gets a block. He's going down inside the 5-yard line.
Silas Shire. Wow.
Number 28, Silas.
That's Silas Shire, the senior, going to make a break on the ball. And again, it looks like Parker said, I'm going to throw the ball regardless if he's open or not. Shire makes the play, and he's finally dragged down inside the 5-yard line. I think he made it down to the 4. And just like that, Mortimer Jordan is all set and ready to go inside the 5, first and goal to go for the Blue Devils.
You know it well, Johnny. You've been around football. Turnovers, and that just about led to a pick 6. Shire down in, you're right, inside the 5, right around the 4-yard line. Pass was intended for Travis Jackson, but he was well short.
And he looks more tired than he does excited. He's going to get some water on the sideline.
Go to the oxygen, man. Go to the mask. All right, first and goal for the Blue Devils in their own stadium here on Jeffco Ed TV, looking to score. Handoff right up the middle and just literally knifing his way through for the touchdown. That's Blaze Neely, the senior.
And after a not-so-great first drive for that offense to be set up with first and goal inside the 5, little quarterback midline option takes it, and then he'll give the little shh to the crowd. Again, Mortimer Jordan, not a sexy pick to win this region. However, looking at their fronts, their offensive and defensive line, and with a returning 3-year starter,
Riley Walker. Got it. That's Walker with the point after. It is up. And she's good. So Mortimer Jordan strikes first, 7-0. They lead Fultondale, and just a little under 8 minutes remaining here in the first quarter on Jeffco Ed TV.
Welcome, my name is Adrian Pryor, and I'm the principal here at Fultondale High School, where it's a great day to be a Wildcat. Go Wildcats. Fultondale High School is Jeffco Ed strong.
Roaming the sideline, Chris Osborne.
As we get ready for the kickoff here, talk about a momentum shift. It looked like Fultondale came in with all the momentum, all the hype, but the Blue Devils took it right out with that interception and obviously the touchdown. So we'll see how it looks on the sidelines. There was a little bit of flatness. Now they're back in it.
Hardy with a deep kickoff, fielded and taken with a return back. Looking for the mark here.
It's about the
help the old man out, right about the 30,
I think it's about the 27.
Yeah, okay.
Now, I'm really interested to see what Caleb Parker does this drive. After throwing that interception, a near pick 6 that resulted in 7 points going the other way for Mortimer Jordan, he's really got to have a short memory here. He's got to be a leader in this offensive huddle to let his guys know, hey, that's on me, my bad. We're going to go right down the field and try to score.
C.J. Bagley on the return, and another one of those little bites that Coach Hogan has for the guys in white orange with the blue trim, or the blue trim and the orange trim. Blue numerals, whistle blows. First down, they'll call it the 28.
2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. I wonder if they'll come out and keep throwing.
Carson is the setback. He flanks Parker to the right. Tight end shifts from left to right. Fake, play fake, throw, other side. Little contact, no flag. As broken up.
Matt, I feel like a lot of times early on, Parker looks like he already has a pre-read where he's going before he's even read the defense.
Yeah, absolutely, good point. And again, they're young. I mean, these are sophomore and freshmen. Very few seniors and juniors on the depth chart.
When Hogan took this job, I know he had an eye to the future, saying that they had a really good middle school program and some of their underclassmen could one day project to be big-time players, and now they're getting some great opportunities tonight.
Parker, snap, handed to the little running back. He's going to lose a couple. It's Carson, the junior.
And Neil Harris has just been a terror so far from that nose tackle position, playing that 3 technique.
Leading that stop for the Blue Devils.
So far, so good for this Mortimer Jordan defense.
I'll make a note because I know it's upcoming. Alabama High School Athletic Association. I think most across the country have heat breaks. And when it comes to a real good dead ball, that might be it now.
Hey, you talk about across the country. In the World Cup we just had this summer, they had it across the world.
There is a whistle.
They're sending someone off, maybe a little blood. A lot of times if they see blood, they'll send the player off.
I know, Dorian Jones, sophomore, was one of the players. You're right. They've been doing that for 20, 30 years, haven't they?
2 new linemen in right now for Fultondale. Again, we haven't seen any exotic blitzes so far. Both teams just playing their base defenses and being really stout in the run game.
Parker back to pass, has a man open, quick to the 35-yard line. Pass caught by Bozeman. He is just a freshman, and he'll be about 3 yards short of the first down.
Number 8, Harris on the stop.
Well, looks like Caleb Parker is going to come off, and it looks like Fultondale is going to punt this football right here. Again, a lot of
a good part of 2 or 3, don't they?
A lot of their passes have been quick passes in the quick game. I don't know if they don't trust the offensive line to this point of the season.
Oh, they're going to fake it and run it right in. First down, out to the 45-yard line. Good call, good fake, good production. First down, Wildcats.
How about that, deciding to go from it, and they said, you know what, the pass game hasn't been all too kind to us early, so number 3 is going to take the direct snap and just go across the edge. That's Caleb Brown. He's a junior. Typically plays the wide receiver position, but right there, he played a pretty good running back right along the right end. Looked like Cadillac Williams wearing that orange and blue.
Boy, what great memories. Just shy of the 46-yard line. Fultondale trailing at Mortimer Jordan. We're early. 7-0. Midway through the first quarter. Boy, that's a tight formation up front. Handoff Carson down to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Blade Williams again all over the field. Again, one of the leaders of this defense, always in the right spot. But you can have all the answers from a technical standpoint. Right there, just showed what he can do. Stink, stagger, strike, make a great tackle.
And we have a timeout here as called. That's the Heat timeout. We'll take it here on Jeffco Ed TV.
We are Mortimer Jordan High School, where it's always a great day to be a Blue Devil. We are Jeffco Ed Strong.
Love to make note because we're very proud to recognize other parts of a football game. You'll see the bands at halftime and they'll put on a show. So hang in for that. We've had our heat break timeout, 5:39 remaining, Fultondale. Parker back to pass. He eludes one man. I think he might have got a handful of face masks. Parker's on the run. He will get close to a touchdown, and I think they're going to tack on 15.
It was rather a face mask or a horse collar. He was like a bolt of lightning as he tried to spin out of that. So regardless, that's twice now he's pulled the Houdini act and been able to get on the outside and extend a play that looked like would be a tackle for loss. What an athleticism by Caleb Parker.
Just a sophomore. Here's the call.
Play, personal foul, grasping a face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Not even through the first quarter. We're only halfway through, and we've had, 3 major penalties?
Yeah, each team's got at least 30 yards of penalties, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter. All right, well, this is exactly what Fultondale needed, and if you're Heath Lauderdale, or especially some of those big guys over there in the Blue Devil defensive line, you got to be kicking yourself. You had them dead to rights back there inside the 15-yard line, and you got an absolute gift when you gave them a 15-yard and sportsmanlike. And now Fultondale's approaching the red zone.
Yeah, and a good call by Hogan. They had 4th and 3, and the fake punt, and they worked it out. Parker will take it out of the gun. Brown is the other running back, and he's got the ball inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Again, this Fultondale offense keeps humming. And you know what? They've really found success in the run game, especially going on the outside. Early on with Harris and Higgs in the middle, that Mortimer Jordan defense is stout on the interior. On the outside, they've proven that there are some creases, and they can get outside.
Carson now, the running back. Yeah, he's not bigger than a gnat either, is he? Both the quarterback and your tailbacks are little, but they are quick and strong. Play fake. Nice one, overthrown.
Again, Matt, I kind of sound like a broken record. This is a one-read quarterback at this point from a passing standpoint. Caleb Parker has predetermined who he's throwing to before the ball is even snapped, and so far we've seen that result in an interception.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Carson and Parker remain in the backfield. You got trips to the bottom and a sole receiver on the far sideline from the 19-yard line. And they make them jump.
Yeah,
At least that's the argument for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this is going to go against Mortimer Jordan.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, results in a 1st down.
Well, penalties have absolutely killed Heath Lauderdale's Blue Devils on this drive, Matt.
No question. Just look at Carson and Parker.
And this Mortimer Jordan crowd that was going wild about 10 minutes ago is awfully quiet, as this has been almost a 90-yard drive down the field.
They get him a 1st down inside the 15. Play fake. Parker runs. He is taken down in a sack back at the 12-yard line. He couldn't decide run or pass, and I think his hesitation cost him a couple of yards.
Yeah, Colin Lee's already had a pretty strong game, and you're going to have to wrap Parker up because he's already shown twice in this football game. If you don't wrap out and bring him to the field, bring him to the ground, he's going to keep running.
Colin Lee, the junior, took him down. He's about twice the size of the sophomore Parker.
I mean, you look at Cameron Carson right there, who's playing a little bit of everything for Fultondale tonight. He can't be taller than 5'7" out there, Matt. He's tiny, but he's mighty.
Let's see how he plays into this 2nd and 12 after the loss. And we've got a whistle and I believe a timeout. Fultondale, as they're trying to tie this one up at Mortimer Jordan. The Devils still lead at 7-0 on Jeffco Ed TV.
Introducing the brand new app for Jefferson County Schools. This is the home screen. Tap the 3 horizontal lines in the bottom left to see all the menu items. To turn on push notifications, tap Settings, select Notification Preferences, and allow notifications. Tap Subscriptions to subscribe to your school. The Events section shows a list of events throughout the school. You can use this button to add an event to your calendar, or tap here. The feed is where you'll find updates from administration about what's going on throughout the school. It's everything Jefferson County Schools in your pocket.
Back on Jeffco Ed TV, you see on our bug, as you call it in the business, at the bottom of the screen, 4:23 remaining, 1st quarter. Homestanding Mortimer Jordan's leading at 7-0, but the Wildcats are knocking at the door. 2nd down and 12 from the 16. Play fake. Parker, fade into the end zone, back in the end zone.
Got some laundry.
Oh, we got a flag. We got a flag. Pass from, there's your quarterback, Parker.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference in the end zone, so Fultondale's going to have 1st and goal from about the 2 or 3 yard line right here, Matt.
Intended for the sophomore Travis Jackson. I thought he went up and got it.
Yeah.
Probably could have had it.
You see number 28 there, Silas Shire, who had the interception earlier, made no attempt to play the ball, and because of that, Fultondale.
Whoops.
2 fouls on the play, one on both teams.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Ineligible downfield, offense, pass interference, defense. The fouls were all set. Replay, second down.
We'll do it again.
Well, I guess that's certainly a break for Mortimer Jordan.
Yeah, no one's happier than number 28 in blue right now, an illegal man downfield. And you're going to get that early on in the season. Again, what I liked about Parker there is it looked like he pump faked to the bubble screen and ended up throwing down the field.
He didn't look like a sophomore on that play. Let's go down to the sideline.
Well, of course, it was kind of for naught, but the receiver had every opportunity to catch that ball. It actually went right through his hands. But, of course, penalties on both sides, neutralize and bring it right back to where it was. Back to you guys.
Thank you, and that'll bring up a second down from just outside the 15, 16-yard line. 2nd and 14, and we've got whistles again. You're going to expect a few, earlier in the season, and especially in the first quarter, but it's kind of getting a little bit too flag heavy. It looks like
delay a game. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay, second
And we talk about the inexperience of this Fultondale team. A lot of young players. Again, this might be the longest drive they go on all season, and it happens to be the second drive of the game. But when you get down in here into the red area, the money area, you want to come away with 6 points, not 3.
A lot of penalties on this drive, as we just noted, have helped Fultondale on this drive. They're going to back up that one, make it 2nd and 19 from the 23, 22-yard line. Parker, play fake, wants to throw, pulls it down. Now he wants to throw again. He does throw. That's Bozeman, who is pounded out of bounds at the 19.
Now, Bozeman's a good-looking receiver and looks like he's coming up a little limp here. And he's down. He tried to tap his toes.
I think he cramped up, and you could certainly see that, but they got the leg extended, his left, in the bottom left hand of your screen.
You would hate to see a guy like Bozeman go down this early in the season. He's going to be so important for them. Although a freshman, he's a big body receiver that's going to haul in a lot of targets, hopefully, for the Wildcats this season. Let's just hope it's a cramp.
Let's hope that's what it is. We'll sort it out and tell you on the other side. You're watching Jeffco Ed TV.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. I'm Dr. Beth Miller. This school year, we are thrilled to offer free breakfast and lunch at no cost to all students enrolled in in-person learning. As a community eligibility provision district, we encourage all families to take advantage of this opportunity. Our child nutrition program is devoted to providing healthy and nutritious meals to help fuel our students for a day of learning and growth. We encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity so we can continue to provide in future years.
Fultondale. Boy, what a great night in Kimberly. Back to pass. Parker dumps it. Open. Salters. Down out of bounds at around the 13-yard line.
Yeah, you're going to look at about 4th and 10 right now. We always have to find out how good the kick games are for these teams as they come into new season. Some teams have ranged from 40-plus yards. Some teams don't kick at all, man. So we're going to see. It appears that Parker's going to stay on the field.
I'm starting to notice that Caleb Parker is starting to find more of a ribbon.
What a beautiful shot right there. That's an absolutely gorgeous shot of the Kimberly sky.
Sunshine over Jefferson County.
They're going to kick it.
The kick from the 26. It'll be a 36-yarder. High snap. Good hold. But it's blocked. It is blocked, and the Devils are on the run. It is scooped up, then bobbled at midfield, then covered up at the 45-yard line.
Wow. One of the more impressive drives of the season, most likely for Fultondale, and it ends with nothing. Who got a piece of that?
Well, 58 ended up with the return.
Wow. It looks like we got another injury on the field.
Burrow involved in the play, and Coach just told me he's a dog. Oh, that's D'Angelo Williams, not a guy you want to lose.
He's going to be held to the sideline. And again, we talked pregame how this is going to be a war of attrition, not only because of the physicality, with some big linemen out there and some big bodies hitting each other. But again, although there's a little breeze right here up near the press box, it's still very hot down there on that football field. That's why you see the band members in T-shirts and not in full marching band uniform. They melt in those wool uniforms.
Line of scrimmage will be the 46-yard line of the Blue Devils. Yeah, they're waiting for the timeout to expire. We'll get a live football.
Again, when it's hot like this, the center's got that towel. He's got to make sure that his hands are nice and dry because you have a bad center quarterback snap exchange that could lead to a world of trouble.
That's Riley Harp over the football. He is the only junior starter up front. They're all seniors. Hit is Brown, then surges forward for maybe a couple.
Oh, Matt, would you look at that? Another flag.
Brown with the carry. 55. There's no stop.
These referees working themselves back into the season as well.
And here comes our official once again. Yeah.
I see Coach Lauderdale's keeping his composure right now, but you know, underneath that headset, he's absolutely fuming right now. That's the second personal foul his team has taken in the first quarter alone. And
that's the kind
mistakes.
of thing. Yeah, neither one of these coaches want to put up with that.
You know, again, if a kid jumps offside, if a kid goes downfield, that's nothing that they can control at times. That's making a mistake at 100 miles an hour. Stupid penalties like that will kill you.
Just absolutely infuriates coaches. All right, line of scrimmage 33. They need 33. They need 23. The screen is going to go absolutely nowhere. Although Rice tried, made a couple of men miss, but it's going to be, I think it lost a lot. They're going to be more like 25 now.
And now you're looking at third and a country mile, Matt. I wonder if they just hand this ball on and play the punt here instead of risking something.
Well, it's third and Fultondale, literally.
And you know what? Although Fultondale wasn't able to score on that last drive, they were able to run some clock. And in a game where they're the precipitative underdog, that's not always the worst thing.
Third and 25. Neely. And guess what? I believe the receiver at the very top of the screen may have moved because he certainly looked like he just started shaking his head. Yeah.
5-yard penalty. 3-point third down.
Yeah, I think Bridges moved.
And again, we talk about a lot of these teams used to scrimmage. Remember when you'd go through camp and you'd have a scrimmage and you'd be able to work out some of these kinks, but you don't see much scrimmaging anymore in the preseason. So week 0 is almost an extension of camp, except it matters.
Ball's down to 26. Blue Devils need 30. Back to pass. That's Neely. Boy, has he got time. And he throws deep, got a man open, overthrew him. He was looking for Helm, incomplete.
Wow, he had all day in the pocket right there. That front five with Josh Roper and, of course, Brady Hughes on that left side allowed Neely to step up and try to deliver a strike across the middle of the field just outside the reach of that Blue Devil receiver.
Yeah, Connor Helm got a little twisted around, but pass was a little overthrown as well. I tell you what, that was a pretty ball.
Hey, good on Lauderdale for rolling the dice there and trying to pick up a first down, considering it was third and very, very, very long.
Just 1:45 remaining here in the first quarter of play, and as you can see on your Jeffco Ed TV screen, the lower third, Blue Devils have a 7-0 lead, but they're giving it up to Fultondale, who's managed to move the ball, and I'll let you say it.
We got another flag, Matt.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Let's see. 4th and 35.
We talked about how these teams no longer do 2-a-days for the most part. Maybe some schools do, but maybe they should start doing 3-a-days the way that some of the discipline early on has not been there for both sides.
All right, whistle from line of scrimmage. Neely back in punt formation as that is a high punt. Fielded off the knee. Covered up by the Blue Devils at the 47-yard line.
Wow.
You kidding me? Is it 36 again?
Again.
Where hasn't he played?
Matt,
Or
it's
is
kind
it,
of
Shire?
twilight. It's twilight right now. It's not quite dark, and you're looking up at those lights, and he just took his eye off of it. And another massive break for Mortimer Jordan.
Blade Williams, there's your man, 3-6 in blue.
Blade Williams all over the football field tonight, making plays instinctual. See ball, get ball. It's a simple game, Matt. And right there, he set Mortimer Jordan up in pretty good field position right now, trying to extend their lead. Leading Fultondale 7-0 here with $1:32 to play in the first quarter.
And another whistle. I guess just delay play for a moment. I didn't see any yellow. Line of scrimmage, the 48, 1st and 10. Neely wants to go deep. He's looking for Price. He caught it inside the 15, and there's a flag.
Wow.
Rice on the catch. Tanner Rice.
They tried to go to Tanner Rice early on the first drive of the game on a singular go ball. And they said, we're going to do it again. We like that matchup on the outside. Watch him track this ball in slow motion right in front of our cameraman. And that's pass interference. It's not going to matter.
Again, great play, great concentration by Tanner Rice. But again, tip of my ball cap, great sideline photography. Right in the middle of your frame, right over your ottoman. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Blue Devils trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Blaze Neely, the senior quarterback, leads the way. He claps, he slaps, he throws over. Brown trying to get left in, he'll get a couple.
Last time they got into the red zone, they scored following that interception from Silas.
I said he got a couple. He may have lost one. My bad.
It's been a long first quarter because of all these penalties, but you got to imagine that you got some tired guys that aren't used to game action so far as we tick down to 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
Brown flanks Neely. Quick little shovel pass, no fake. Now out into the flat, incomplete. He was looking for Brown around the 7-yard line.
I think Chris Osborne's got something for us down at the sideline. Chris?
Guys, I can tell you that is one of the best catches that I've seen up close and personal. As you right here by where he made that grab, and despite the penalty, great concentration to bring that ball in, and again, they are setting up in scoring position. So we'll see what happens. Good momentum switch. Again, it keeps going back and forth.
Now I got to do something with the big play offensively. 3rd and 11 from the 14. Neely is the only back. He wants to throw. Open. Oh, the post pattern is wide open. Touchdown, Blue Devils, bringing it in.
Cody Cruz.
Cody Cruz. Watch this.
Nice little flick of the wrist from Neely. He's going to find a wide open Cody Cruz running that skinny post, running wild. And again, that's another upperclassman making a play. And early on in the first quarter, the story of this one, Matt, the upperclassman making one more play than the underclassman. And that's what's resulted in the score, 13-0, about to be 14-0.
Riley, no, that's not Walker. That's Luke Hardy, the left-footed kicker. That's up. That's good. And Mortimer Jordan is added to the lead. It is 14-0, almost the end of the first quarter here on Jeff Coed TV.
Hello, Jeff Coed family. We are excited to announce our signature academies. Here's what you can look forward to. And this is just the beginning. Jeff Coed's Signature Academies. Learn today and experience forever.
Number 80, the freshman, Luke Hardy, left-footed kicker. Tees it up, fielded at the 10-yard line. Another one of those Fultondale scat backs. He is out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And Matt, we got another flag.
And Bagley on the return again.
Again, Matt, 14-0 Mortimer to Jordan right now. However, I don't feel like the score is 100% indicative of the play we've seen on the field. I feel like this has been pretty even thus far. It's a play here, a play there, and especially that blocked field goal paying dividends right now for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that and the big catch by Rice and the interception. You know, we had 2 or 3 really big plays that have, they've led to a 14-0 Blue Devils lead, and the officials are now talking things over with 19 ticks left in the first quarter.
You know, going back to Rice, there was another really good receiver by the name of Rice back in the day, Jerry Rice. He usually ran across the middle. Rice is running go patterns there.
Yeah. And you played at Itawamba. Jerry, I assume you're talking about Jerry Rice.
Return team, that's pass decline. Blindside blocking. Return team, half the distance to the goal. 1st and 10.
You know, it's so great when the referee's got a microphone.
Well, and he's wearing it out. It's not his fault.
We might need to get him new batteries for the second quarter.
Oh, they're going to back a lot.
Well, Fultondale almost went 90 yards last drive to try to kick a field goal. They're going to have to do it similarly again.
Well,
and again, the passing game has been so limited to these quick 3-step drops and these pre-routes. I do wonder at some point tonight, especially down 2 scores on the road.
Don't show that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Not right now. All right. They'll mark it at the 10, at the 13, 1st and 10. Hey, there's a nice little pass out of the flat across the 20, the 22-yard line. Great first down play. And there was little number 81. That's Bagley on the catch.
Yeah. Bagley, nice little bubble screen. High percentage plays. Going to get about 9 yards to make it 2nd and 1. And when you're backed up deep in your own territory, that's what you call a drive starter right there.
And the teams will take a break, and we'll take a break. It's 14-0 Mortimer Jordan at the end of the first quarter on Jeffco Ed TV. I don't care what game, who's playing, what team. You're going to hear Sweet Carolina by Neil Diamond.
And you know when it's not a good time to hear Sweet Caroline? When you're in Fenway Park and the Red Sox are 15.5 games back in 5th place and they're down 6 runs.
Who would know that better than you? Of course, Johnny is from Beantown.
That's right.
They're going to stay open late for us. We're the only area game.
You would not know it and just conversing with you on a regular basis. You
beat it out of me. They beat it out of me. 10 years in the South, TV jobs in Texas and Birmingham for the last 5 years. It slips out now and again.
Just like it did. All right. Fultondale has moved the ball but not scored. Carson was in motion, but yet again. More laundry on the field. No, that's actually, hey, that's just a timeout. Timeout, Fultondale. So we'll take a timeout and a little bit more of a breather on Jeffco Ed TV.
Certainly we need more drivers, but we need folks more than that who want to make a difference.
It's the best job in the world. Bus drivers are doing a tremendous job in receiving kids each day with a smile sending them home each day with a smile, making a difference in their lives.
Most bus drivers are there to invest in the children as well as to gain an investment for themselves. They were excited that you're interested in being a bus driver trainer. The potential is great about changing lives.
Stonewalled them up front.
When Fultondale's had success running the ball today in a limited capacity, it's been on the edge. They've tried 3 or 4 times now to go right up the gut. And guys like Neil Harris and Amar Higgs are just too big and too bad, both seniors. You look at the entire front four for this Mortimer Jordan defense, senior, junior. They've got a lot of experience and they got a lot of pounds between them. They're tough kids.
So, really
short.
packed formation. Carson gets the handoff, a little scat back over the 25 to the 27. First down, Fultondale up. Wait, hold the phone.
And I was just about to say how well that left side of the Fultondale offensive line got a push there. Justin Allen and Dorian Jones. But it looks like someone might have.
After the play was over, a personal foul, defense, 15 yards, first down.
That's 3 on Mortimer Jordan today. We just started the second quarter.
Yeah, I know you're excited about the first game of the year. You really want to come off with an impressive showing.
You know, when I was
That's not impressive in a film room, by the way.
When I was in Tyler, Texas, my first TV job, we covered a lot of junior college football, and there was a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct calls, and it dragged these games out, and it kills momentum. If you're Mortimer Jordan, you got a 2-score lead. You don't need to do that right now.
No, it's a great point. Tyler, Texas, the home of Patrick Mahomes.
Earl Campbell, the Tyler Rose.
It's the Rose capital of
the world.
World.
You like high school football, man. A few better places than East Texas.
Yeah, my daughter lives there. She writes for the Tyler Telegraph, which you used to see. And quick handoff, good opening. Looked like Brown or Salters. Salters squirted through. That's one of their best plays from line of scrimmage.
Lauderdale with that stop for
Again, there's a little chippiness after the whistle. Again, we were a couple seconds away. They've been trigger happy throwing those flags for unsportsmanlike conduct. That right side of the line, they've been tangled up after each and every play, seemingly.
There's a look at Salters. He and Carson alternate at running back. There's your quarterback, the sophomore Caleb Parker. It's a good look at the line of scrimmage. Bagley in motion. He stops, comes back, slips. There's a handoff. There's a big hole up the middle.
Wow.
Into the secondary. That is once again Salters, who has suddenly put together back-to-back runs and deep into Blue Devils territory.
Yeah, Salters shot out of a cannon, and it looks like we got another unsportsmanlike pound. Uh-oh.
Now we got fisticuffs. And it looks like maybe among players on the own team.
They're going to sort this out.
We got an injured player or a player being escorted off the field.
Yeah, it's number 70 for Fultondale. And again, I just pointed that out at player 2. Every single play, there's a little chippiness after the whistle. It's what resulted in so many flags in the first quarter. And it would be a real shame if they took this back for Fultondale because, again, Saunders just exploded on the biggest run of the night for the orange and blue.
Well, the officials are having to go back to their notepads. You have to keep up with which player has.
Because if they get 2, they're out,
if they get 2, they're out on the personal fouls. Of course, they're keeping track of a lot of other things. And let me ask you a question, Mr. Experienced football announcer man.
Huh.
When you have this many in, 13 and a half minutes?
Yeah.
Does there come a point where the officials go to each head coach and say, all right, you better straighten them out?
Yeah, I could certainly see that. Almost like harken to a Major League Baseball pitch when the first guy gets hit, both benches are warned. You know what I mean? One of those situations. All I know is, and again, I didn't play football at the highest of levels. I was a wonderful 2-time letterman at Duxbury High School in Massachusetts. So
good for you.
This is a long way from big-time Alabama or Texas high school football. However, regardless if we won by a point or 60 points, if we collected 3, 4, 5 unsportsmanlike penalties, Practice the next week was not going to be a heck of a lot of fun. I promise you that.
What did you say the high school was? Duxbury?
Duxbury High School, DUXBRY.
Okay, you got to tell me. What was your nickname? What
We
was
were the
your mascot?
Dragons. You know, we should have been the Ducks.
Well, it doesn't. I mean,
Oh, we got
doesn't make
Chris
sense.
Osborne on the sidelines.
All right.
Chris got a little report for us. What's going on, Chris?
So, guys, you wonder about all of the flags. I got some inside information from the sideline that both of these schools were at Sanford for the Jamboree last week, and even though they didn't play each other, there was some chippiness in anticipation of this game. So knowing that information now, you will probably understand why there have been so many flags, that the refs are trying to keep the chippiness out of the game and that it's played cleanly. Back to you guys up top.
Mortimer Jordan, 57.
Well, thank you for that, Chris.
It's DeAndre Chapman.
We have multiple players for Fultondale leaving the bench. All three of those players are disqualified.
Wow. Well, you look at a Fultondale team whose numbers aren't necessarily as great as Mortimer Jordan. You lose 3 players that left the bench.
And let me tell you, DJ Chapman is a load. He's probably the aggressor up front. Well, by the way, Chris, great info. Because if teams can get chippy when they're not even playing each other, then I guess you can imagine when they do, this happens.
You got 2 teams in Jefferson County, and again, seemingly all of these games feel like rivalry games.
Well, and Gardendale's in between us, but you know you've got Mortimer Jordan, and you go south on 65, and Fultondale's not that far away.
You think Gardendale's going to be any better this year?
I just asked about it. Yes, I do. There's a look at Coach.
So that's
Coach
4
Lauderdale.
unsportsmanlike penalties on Heath Lauderdale's Blue Devils, and he's just trying to get control of his sideline right now. And again, with the 2-score lead, they don't need to be doing that. Are you in?
3 players who I didn't get the digits on them, but 3 Wildcats have been ejected because here's a real no-no. Don't leave the sideline.
Now, here's the video of them going back to the locker room. I don't know if we can get a camera on that, but that man at the 20 that's walking back to the locker room right now, that young man does not look too happy. Can't leave the bench. It makes me think of he's chucking his helmet over there. He's not a happy camper. It makes me think of the old Alabama basketball game. They took on Minnesota. A bunch of players left the bench. They had to finish the game with 4 guys on the floor. Colin Sexton back in the day.
Yeah, that's not terribly long ago.
Again, tempers are running as hot as the conditions right now.
All right, let's reset things. You can see 10:32 remaining here in the second quarter. Blue Devils at home, Mortimer Jordan, leading the Wildcats of nearby Fultondale 14-0. And when we get back to play,
I think that's Jacob Jones that just walked off as one of the guys, and that's a sophomore starter for Fultondale. They need all hands on deck, trailing. All right, well, Caleb Parker's already shown some escapability tonight. He's going to have to continue to be special.
line of scrimmage will be their own 39-yard line. Fultondale will have it 1st and 10.
It's a great nugget by Chris because you could feel the animosity even up here in the press box.
Well, now we know exactly why it started early, like on kickoff.
Yep. Funny, Mortimer Jordan's been hit with 4 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Fultondale only had 1, but then with the players leaving the bench, they end up with more guys disqualified. It's the game inside the game, Matt.
I hope you and the wifey didn't have a late movie you were going to go see, because I think that's out.
You know, we got sushi last night. I knew I was going to be busy every Friday the rest of the fall. She's used to that.
You know, not to boast our sport too much in what we do, but you better have a good wife.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as much as you travel, late nights.
Yeah, we love it, though. That's why we do it.
Of course, come to think of it, they may love that too. All right, let's get back to play. About a 10-minute break. Trips to the top for the Wildcats. The quarterback remains the sophomore, Caleb Parker. He fakes it, and did we have yet another flag?
Yep.
And that developing. Looked like Salters was maybe on a pitch, an option there.
Before the snap, neutral zone infraction, defense. 5-yard
Brian
penalty.
Brockman, the
Still
right
first down.
tackle for Fultondale, just absolutely tossed an MJ end. And, you know, if you think both teams would be on their best behavior after all the laundry that's been on the field early on, they seemingly, each and every play is taking on a life of its own, and there's some controlled violence out there and sometimes some uncontrolled.
All right, 44-yard line now. It's 2nd and 35. I mean, they have to get down close to the 30. Again, same formation, trips to the top. Carson. Parker on the roll, run, throws on the run. We got a penalty flag back where Parker was. The pass looked complete to C.J. Bozeman.
Pass number 15, Bozeman.
That's going to be a hold on Fultondale, so I think we're going to be looking at 1st and 45. I don't think you've seen many of those.
Offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
With all due respect to our official and to my friend Bill Bubba Bussey, they must be related. They talk alike. They look a little bit alike.
They love the camera.
I'll let you toss that one in. Okay.
1st and 45. You've seen a lot of things in this sport. You don't see that every day. I almost want to take a photo of it. No one would believe it.
I'll tell you what no one would believe. I did a game where it was 4th and goal from the 50. Just think about that. Think about that.
You don't have many plays in the playbook for that.
No.
All right, let's see what we got here.
All right. They need to try and get half of it back.
There's another hold.
This guy's giving them a kick. That is Salters down inside
Number 4,
Blue Devils territory down to the 45-yard line. Nice first gain.
Yep. That's going to be on Giovanni Ibe. He got a hold of him coming off to the right. Matt, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I'm saying we're getting close to about 20 penalty flags that have been thrown already.
And we haven't played 15 minutes. All right, tee it up for me. What's it going to be now? First and what?
1st and 55.
Now, I don't believe I've seen that.
I'm going to take a photo of the scoreboard because I don't think anyone would believe me if I said the game I called tonight included a 1st and 55. 1st and 55. That sounds like a street corner in New York City. Yeah, I'm at 1st Ave and 55th Street. No, that's 1st and 55 for the Fultondale Wildcats.
Yeah. Well,
the clock's running. That's good.
I'll tell you what I would continue to do if I were Jake Hogan is give 4 the ball.
That's exactly what he'll do.
He picks up a couple of the 30-yard line, so it'll only be, what, 2nd and 52? No, maybe not that quite that much.
No flags on the field.
Hey, thank you. Did you hear the PA announcer?
That's a Bronx cheer. There were no flags on the field, and this Mortimer Jordan faithful crowd all erupted in applause.
Give him 6 yards.
And you know what? It's really easy to beat up on the officials, but there have been penalties out there. It's not that they're calling this for no reason.
They're not. No, in fact, they probably tried not to call a few, I would imagine. All right. 2nd and 49. Take a picture of that one. I've never seen that either. Bagby in motion. Now he goes back the other way. Parker rolls, keeps 35-yard line, runs out of bounds, 38. A nice little second down pickup, but it's still going to be 3rd and 40 something.
Again, at a certain point when the down and distance is like this, you got to put yourself in a position where field position is going to kill you when you eventually have to punt this ball back. That or you try to bait them into another penalty because that's worked for them early on.
Well, they've been a little hot-headed. There's a look at number 9, who's your sophomore quarterback, Caleb Parker.
You know, a lot's been thrown at him early on, and for a sophomore, making some of his first starts, I think he's really handled himself quite well.
Well, and as I said just a little while ago, he's getting a grasp on this offense. He wants to throw one way, throws back the other. That is complete. Not much of a gain.
Big hit, number 6 for that Fultondale defense coming up and making the stick.
Number 25, saved with the catch.
Well, I've got some players that I don't on my roster now, and I wonder if coaches aren't playing some people because too many hotheads.
Yep.
Or, in Fultondale's case,
It's all hands on deck for Fultondale right now with 3 guys, including a starter.
Neil
being thrown out of
Harris
this game.
is he's limping off, and they can't afford to lose any more defensive linemen because Chapman has been expelled.
And that's a big loss because we've highlighted early on how big this front has been for the Devils.
And this time we have a timeout. It's for an injury on Jeff Coed TV.
Hello, Jeff Coed family. Welcome to the 2026-2027 school year. This year, we are focusing on realizing our potential and redefining the standard. While this serves as our theme, it is more than just a slogan. It's our mission.
Well, we know 1 pound.
At Jeff Coed, we recognize that we possess the talent, intelligence, and resources to be an A school district. The potential exists within every classroom and every office. Now, we are redefining the standard of excellence we provide to our students. Our new benchmark is simple yet bold, earning an A on the state report card. As we step into this new year, I am calling on everyone to embrace the vision. Together, we will transform potential into achievement and redefine what is possible for Jeff Coed.
Sponsors of Mortimer Jordan football.
Back to play here in Kimberly, Alabama. Home opener here on Jeff Coed TV. There's Neil Harris. He is not limping as much now, but he is hydrating. He's got one in each hand.
The Pedialyte in the left hand, the water in the right. You got to switch it up.
So this will be 4th and 40. I think I've probably seen that before, but not very often.
You've got number 0, Xavier Burrow, back to return. When did kids start wearing the number 0? That feels like a newer trend.
It is. I'm okay with it. What I'm not okay, and don't get me started, okay? Duplicate numbers have no business in football, okay? You got that? You with me?
In high school, I think we're usually pretty lucky. Some of those 7A teams might do it, but at this level, no, we're not worried about that.
Snap. Punt. Line drive. Going to bounce. Stay away. Let it roll to the 25-yard line. And Blue Devils will have the football now. With a 14-point lead, but it doesn't seem like it.
No.
I mean, with no disrespect to Mortimer Jordan.
Right now, I would say if you're Fultondale, this is an absolutely must get off the field. If they go down 3 scores in the way that this game has gone with the inexperience on that side of the football, this is going to get away from them. I'd say this is one of the more important drives of this game, especially of this first half.
You're not going to find many empty seats here. That's right beneath us. And I'm looking right to left. They're cooling off. And Fultondale's a nice showing, too. They've got some people across the way.
It's amazing the technology that's utilized on the sideline now. I'm not that old. I'm 30. And when I was there, you'd be lucky if you were able to bring some of the playbook from the week before in a 3-ring binder. And now they got iPads and TVs, misters.
You know, we used to have a chalkboard.
Coach Bryant.
Yep.
Uh-oh, there's the end
fake.
around.
And wide open, there goes Rice. No, that's not Rice. Cutting back at the 40. Makes another man miss at the 35. Trying to get to the boundary. He is dragged down inside the 30, down at the 27-yard line.
Number 5.
You're going to have to help me because that one got shifted around a little bit.
We'll get that number.
Great play fake. That's McGuire. Watching it again.
You got the official Mortimer Jordan. We do not have a number 5 on the roster, but that's because he's been their secret weapon.
Well, I found one.
Braden McGuire.
51 yards. He is a senior.
And again,
I think you just called this for Mortimer Jordan. They should listen to this because you said they really need to score, or in this case, you said Fultondale needs to high snap.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
He fumbled a football, bad snap. Who's got it? I believe
MJ got it back.
MJ got it back.
Oh, what an opportunity for Fultondale to flip the script. Again, we talked about it earlier. There's a reason why the quarterback and the center each have a towel. It is so hot down there and so humid. That ball is slippery. And that's, I think, the first. Doesn't matter. Shocker.
They lost yardage, and now they're going to lose more because they'll take the penalty. They'll back it up to the 25.
Whoa. Wow. Okay, no love lost between these two schools.
No, there really isn't. And they have let up a little, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Since they had the alter.
Offense, 5-yard penalties for the previous 5.
I'll tell you what we know about Heath Lauderdale in year 3, he's a guy that expects his teams to play discipline. And despite the lead early on, I mean, I can't imagine what Monday morning is going to look like at practice.
Yeah.
They got to get it cleaned up. Luckily, get it out of their system early on in the year against the team they're supposed to beat.
5-yard penalty backs it up to the 31. It'll be 1st and 15. Handoff straight up the middle. Significant yardage going towards the far boundary and carried by Chris Brown. It's a good first down play. Gets better than 10.
Chris Brown got a football family. His brother, Spencer, plays at UAB, right?
Yeah, he played at UAB. I think he's in the CFL now.
I love that CFL rule.
I don't have this immediate memory. Coach gave me this. I think he is UAB's all-time leading rusher.
Wow.
Played in the NFL. 2nd down and 3. And there's Brown up the middle. He got the first down. Let's quickly, Johnny, let's look the field. And we have a timeout by the referee, but I don't see a yellow
flag. I see a flag right down near the 10-yard line. Is that a flag, or is that just?
I think that's I'm hoping that's a mark.
Oh, that's not a flag. I can hear Chris Osborne, our sideline reporter, saying.
No, there's one at the other side. There's one at the other end of the field, so I don't know what kind of marking it is. Chris is right there beside it. Go take a picture of it. What you got, Chris? What is that thing?
Oh, is it a kicking?
Oh, it's a kicking tee? Well,
wow. 50 cents of every sale will go toward the.
Because that's not a hash mark, I'll tell you that much.
No, and it's yellow.
We have a Blue Devil win tonight.
Why don't you tell us?
He's not plugged in. Oh. All right, so right now we got Mortimer Jordan knocking on the door, trying to take a 3-score lead. It feels like they can really put this football game away right now. Despite the cluster that has been the penalties for them, they can really put their foot on the throttle right now. And if you're Fultondale, this might be Custard's last stand right now. They're going to have to stand in and bow up and try to keep them out of the end zone, or it's going to be a very steep mountain to climb in the second half.
It's always worth noting that Fultondale will get the football to start the third quarter. All right, Chris is plugged in. My bad, fella.
All right, guys, so you want to know what the yellow is? It is the soccer hash. You guys didn't see my hand signals in the foot. It's the soccer hash. All right, here we go. Touchdown, Mortimer Jordan.
Blue Devils complete. Tanner Rice with number 2.
They really like him on the outside, and they're perfectly happy throwing him 50-50 balls. His body control in midair is so impressive, the way he's able to track the football. And again, we started pregame warmups, as you watch on this slow motion highlight. That was relatively easy for him. It's no question that he's got his second touchdown of the game. And we're an extra point away from Riley Walker for making this a 21-0 game in favor of the Blue Devils.
Yeah, she stepped in for the point after. The holder is Eli Crane. Snapper is Riley Harp, the center, and that one goes through, and it's 21-0 Mortimer Jordan. Just a little past halfway of the second quarter on Jeffco Ed TV.
We are Mortimer Jordan High School, where it's always a great day to be a Blue Devil. we are Jeffco Ed Strong.
Number 88, Luke Hardy.
88.
For the Blue Devils.
Hardy will kick from the 40. Deep is Fultondale needs to come back, climb into this game. Fielded at the 6 or 7, out to the 15, 20, breaks a tackle. That's Bagby to the 30, twisting still. That's a tough little guy as he brings it out to the 31-yard line.
For the Wildcats, there's some flags on the field.
Flags.
The play.
Imagine that.
Covered a lot of high school football, Matt. I don't think I've ever seen a half like this.
Gooch leading the stop. Here to return, lock in the back, return team. First down.
Fultondale seemingly can't catch a break right now.
No, they had the ball pretty good spot, just over the 30. Now they'll be back around the 15.
All right, well, they've already
21.
had to go deep the first time they had the football backed up. They had to do it again, and now they're going to have to do it a third time. They're going to take over at the Wildcat on 21-yard line.
You know what? We both have commented that we really like what we've seen in number 4, Salters, as a running back. Carson got a lot of the early carries, but Salters is back. Unfortunately, some of his biggest carries have been called back. And I think Parker, as I've said, I think for the third time now, is really becoming a little bit more comfortable in the offense. I don't know how comfortable you can be in this style, this type of game. Sophomore hands it. Salters trying to get the left in. He cuts outside the hash mark. Might have got 3.
Again, they've had more success going around the edge.
I saw that, and I'm just saying, all right, is he going to throw the flag? And he did, and this will be a personal foul.
Matt, you've called a lot of games. You ever seen anything like this as far as personal foul fest?
No, I really haven't. Now, I have seen it. No. Just trying to think.
58's going to come out, Neil Harris.
He was. Harris was the player that was hit. And he's coming off. He was also injured earlier. We got to be over 20, don't you think?
Oh, I think we hit 20 a long time ago.
Yeah. That's in our rearview mirror then.
Again, Jake Hogan, his second full season as the head coach of this Fultondale Wildcats team. This is a guy that was the run coordinator at Hoover. He's used to, I don't want to say perfection, but a smooth operation. He's had anything but that early on tonight.
Second down 19, ball back at the Fultondale 12-yard line. 4:40 to go. Parker steps up, throws over the middle. He was hit as he threw, and I'm not sure he's getting back. Yeah, he's going to pop back up. But don't you think the hit caused the incompletion?
Yeah, absolutely, and I believe that's 28 again. Silas Shire, who had the big interception early on, he laid an absolute shot. Nikayla Parker right around the ribs. Perfectly legal, perfectly clean play as Parker tried to make a jump pass. Got to be tough to play that quarterback position, man. You got to be tough in general to play this game, but to stand in there and take some of the hits that's necessary.
4:34 remaining. It's now 3rd and 19. Ball again at the 12. Trips to this side. Quick handoff. Salter. He's got 6, 7, still on his feet. It'll still bring up 4th and 4 or 5.
All right. If you're Fultondale right now, you're going to see what you're made of mentally right now because things are not going your way. You're on the road. It's hot. It's early on in the year. You've had a handful of your teammates kicked out of this game. How do you respond? I think it's going to pay dividends later in the season how they handle this adversity with 4 minutes to go in the first half.
It's 4th and 13. In punt formation is Fultondale.
You look at some of these jerseys and the tape, it's all ripped to shreds. I mean, it's been a war out there.
In punt formation. Now he's going to take off running. He cuts back. He's going to get tackled behind the line of scrimmage and just going to set Mortimer Jordan way up.
Wow. That was That was a choice. I don't know if that was scripted or not.
Travis Jackson took the gamble and lost. And guess who stopped? Shire's everywhere. We going to see him halftime playing a tuba?
He's going to come and be the fourth man of our broadcast crew. He's done it all. And now, Matt, this is the third time tonight that Mortimer Jordan has essentially been gifted field position inside the 20-yard line.
Great point.
Because of the early on drive, they didn't have much going. And they've been fortunate, quarterback Blake Neely's, they've had some fortuitous possessions start well inside Fultondale territory.
Ball is at the 14, we'll call it, 1st and 10. Tight formation as they move the wideouts into the left side. They'll flip it out to Brown. Brown just grinds it out down to the 10-yard line.
You talk about his brother Spencer, who's such a prolific player at UAB. Talk about him playing at the CFL. Do you like that rule where the running back or the receivers and the tight ends can get a running start to the line of scrimmage? It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Well, in my long and never-ending resume, Birmingham had a CFL team. It was called the Birmingham Barracudas in 1995. And guess who was their play-by-play guy?
That would be one Matt Coulter.
Yeah, and I toured Canada. I loved it. I loved Canada.
He's had some poutine.
My color analyst was a guy named Tom Gossam. First they put in a new tailback, looked more like a fullback, and he gets down to the 5-yard line. Going to be just a little short. Was that Neely on the carry?
That was Neely on the quarterback keeper.
Well, he looks a little like a fullback.
3rd and short. I have a weird feeling this is 4-down territory the way that they've been moving the ball inside the 5-10-yard line.
It wouldn't surprise me if Neely ran it again.
Yeah, that quarterback midline read that scored their first touchdown. We got a timeout.
But first, timeout Fultondale, and I don't blame them. They really need to hold them here as the Blue Devils lead it 21-0 just before the half on Jeffco Ed TV.
Introducing the brand new app for Jefferson County Schools. This is the home screen. Tap the 3 horizontal lines in the bottom left to see all the menu items. To turn on push notifications, tap Settings, select Notification Preferences, and allow notifications. Tap Subscriptions to subscribe to your school. The Events section shows a list of events throughout the school. You can use this button to add an event to your calendar, or tap here. The Feed is where you'll find updates from administration about what's going on throughout the school. It's everything Jefferson County Schools in your pocket.
Come on now. Here we go. Blue Devils trying to add to their 3-touchdown lead. 3rd and 1. Oh, snapped over the head. Looks like they had the Wildcat formation for Brown. Scramble is on, and it looks like Fultondale has recovered, and what a huge break for the Wildcats.
Yep, they needed that in a big-time way. Now they're going to have the opportunity to go into the 2-minute drill and try to make this a 2-score game before half. And we got another injury on the field.
This is an official's timeout. Neely is down in the end zone. I never saw him get that far. Now there's 2 players down, actually. There's a Fultondale Wildcat.
If Neely isn't good to go, we're going to have Maddox Goosh come into the game. He's been the backup.
Well, and he was up, sitting up, and now he's back on his back, and I'm talking about Blaze Neely. And the player for Fultondale is down around. This is going to take a little while to sort out as we get closer to the half. 2:08 remaining. We'll give you the score as you see it. Blue Devils 21, Wildcats 0. I'm Matt Coulter, along with Johnny Cognan. And, of course, we got Chris Osmond and our wonderful staff here on Jeffco Ed TV.
They said a Nissan Park. That might be me.
What did he say about it?
Nissan something park. I parked right in front of the school there. A Kian, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought.
I thought they were going to Uber.
Oh, we're back as there was a little issue about somebody's car keys. Fortunately, we Thought it was on hey, guess what? We have got a whistle and somebody called timeout. Well, they can't play with the quarterback down in the end zone.
The quarterback in the end zone. This is not. And I hear some boos from the sideline. Boy, this crew hasn't necessarily covered themselves in glory early on, Matt.
Uh-oh. Now this is not good for the Blue Devils at all, because this is your tall 3-year starter, 6'4", big kid.
Matt, I'm not trying to be a dark cloud, gloom and doom here, but considering they got a 21-point lead
He looks
at
great
home,
now.
all of a sudden he's found his sea legs. But with all the penalties, all the unsportsmanlikes, and now their quarterback shaken up, it hasn't necessarily been the way that they would start it, despite having a 3-score lead early on at home here in week 0.
Big break for Fultondale. Recovered the fumble. Parker in the pocket, on the loose. Fakes, 35, slides down. Good play.
Yeah, he's
no
learning.
reason to take a lick. Pick up 5.
Number 9, Parker with the keeper.
And again, you look at big number 58 right there for the Blue Devils on defense. Some cramps. Again, dealing with the elements. I know we keep talking about it because it's a real factor out there tonight.
2nd and 5. Parker throws. Bagby over, took a lick and took the catch. And now we got a late flag.
Parker to number 81. The pass is complete.
And at halftime, Matt, I'm going to go into the press box and I'm going to see if they're keeping the number of flags from a broadcast purpose. I'd love to know exactly.
I think you have to have at least one Alabama High School Athletic Association authorized official in the box somewhere.
They got to be keeping it
So
down.
that'll be your duty now that you don't have to start looking for your keys. And
the pen might be running out of ink if they're tallying all these penalties. I hope they had a mechanical
I really,
pencil.
and this is, I'm not throwing rain or shade on anybody. Oh, well, maybe I should.
Defense. It's 15 yards, automatic first down. The other penalty is defensive player. That foul's declined. First down.
He's losing his voice, man.
I've got cough drops. Does he need one?
All right.
Wow. Well, this is a great break for Fultondale, and I'll be very honest with you. It's a great break for us because I'd like to get these two scores a little closer together, and then let's have a very good, clean played game in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
Yeah. Now the clock, they got 90 seconds, $1:30 to play with the ball on the 36-yard line. They're going to have to, what's the old John Wooden quote, be quick but don't hurry.
I think they've got 2 timeouts. Parker throws. That pass is complete. Right around the 30-yard line.
Again, most of the passing tonight for Fultondale has been quick game stuff. I wonder at some point down the score that they are if they're going to try to air it out down the field.
Now looking at a 2nd and 3.
He got 7. 1 minute left. Parker rolls. He's under pressure. He's going down. That is just a big play.
Number 53.
That's Higgs.
Into the Wildcat backfield for the stop.
Amir Higgs, the senior, made the play. And once, as you saw there, once he got a hold of Parker, it was all over with. Now the clock is
tick-tock.
33 seconds remaining.
3 receivers
Parker
to the right.
3rd and 10. He wants to throw deep. Now he's on the run. Had a little running room, but it ended quickly. Shire stops him. It's going to be 4th down.
Not sure how many timeouts they have left, but
well, I thought they had 2, but I'm not sure. I don't. That's not a.
This will be the final play of the half.
Yeah, it will. They must not have any timeouts. Parker wants to chunk, throws deep. Pass is batted around and almost intercepted.
Number 9.
Well, that'll do it.
It was intended for Bozeman. And that'll end up one of the wildest first halves I've ever seen. What about you?
That's one for the memory books right there. And again, the game I feel like has been closer than the score has indicated. Mortimer Jordan has just been able to take advantage of more opportunities, but it's going to be an interesting halftime huddle, that's for sure. We're going to toss it down to the field now.
Yeah, coach is coming his way. And we'll get a word from him. And I do want to tell everybody once again that if you're a fan of these two bands, you will see them both in just about their entirety.
I'm really looking forward to this walk-off interview here.
Yeah, you're going to have to ask him. Let's go. Let's go to Chris Osborne.
All right, here with Coach Lauderdale. Coach, little chippy, little rough out there. What adjustment are you going to make for the second half?
Well, right now we've got to do a better job being more disciplined. It is a chippy game. It's the first game of the season. They live down the road from each other. Highly contested battle right here early. Both teams are getting after as hard as they can, but we've got to settle down discipline-wise. We've made a couple of mistakes that we hadn't made in the offseason. We've got to get that ironed out right now to give ourselves a chance not to shoot ourselves in the foot.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Head coach Keith Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And again, it's a lot easier to do that walk-off interview when you're up 21-0 than down 21-0.
Yeah, but I expected him maybe just to be a little heated.
Hey, I'm Angel Cornelio.
Hey, my name is Chase Davis.
Hi, I'm Brianna Cornejo.
And we are the drum majors for Fultondale High School's marching band.
This year, our show name will be called Sing Along with the Blue Pride. We will be playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Sweet Dreams, Risk It All, and Fireworks.
We hope you enjoy the show.
Notice the rock, the high stepping, the movement, and the grooving. The Fultondale High School Blue Pride Marching Wildcat is the only band to take that does traditional and course out at the same time. The band is spelled M-T-D. I present to you the 22 Wildcat Performer Tour, Stop to Love. Slow it down. And performance to you, any love. Introducing a color guard aesthetica. perform a high step drill to Bad Boy, having a party. The first time Fultondale Blue Pride Marching Wildcats do the dancing scene. Let's bring the new school with Stand Back by John Miami. Let them feel the power, Blue Pride. Gentlemen, I present to you the Fultondale High School Blue Pride Marching Wildcats. When the majority have a blessed school year. We out.
That's the Blue Pride Marching Band from Fultondale High School. Next up, the home team on senior night. It's the Mortimer Jordan Marching Band. Again, Mortimer Jordan leading Fultondale 21-0 at halftime. Getting ready for a great performance from the MJ Band.
Hi, I'm Jakaria Burke.
I'm Aiden Thompson. And I'm Everett Mann.
And we're the drum majors of the Mortimer Jordan Marching Blue Machines. Our halftime show is titled The Circle of Life.
It features music from Tarzan and Lion King.
We hope you come and see us and enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Mortimer Jordan Marching Blue Machine.
Ben? Look, he's running.
Presenting their 2026 program, The Circle of Life. Please welcome drum majors Aiden Thompson, Everett Vance, and Jakaria Burt, and the Mortimer Jordan Marching Blue Machine. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your Mortimer Jordan Marching Blue Machine.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mortimer Jordan High School Marching Blue Machine is currently raising funds to purchase new band uniforms through our Snap Raise fundraiser. If you would like to support our students and help us reach our goal, simply visit the concession stand and scan the QR code to make a donation. No amount is too small, and every contribution brings us one step closer to putting the Blue Machine in brand new uniforms. Thank you for supporting the Mortimer Jordan High School Band and our incredible students.
Halftime presentations by both of these marvelous bands, Mortimer Jordan and visiting Fultondale. You're back on Jeffco Ed TV, and we've got second half football in about 2 minutes.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. I'm Dr. Beth Miller. This school year, we are thrilled to offer free breakfast and lunch at no cost to all students enrolled in in-person learning. As a community eligibility provision district, we encourage all families to take advantage of this opportunity. Our child nutrition program is devoted to providing healthy and nutritious meals to help fuel our students for a day of learning and growth. We encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity so we can continue to provide in future years.
Welcome back, Jeffco Ed TV. Matt Coulter along with Johnny Congdon as we bring you our first game of the year. Chris Osborne is roaming the sideline. Perhaps he can catch up with Coach Hogan as we get ready for the third quarter of play. If you were with us in the first half, you probably witnessed the most penalty flags thrown in a high school football game. I'll have to check the records, but I did check with the officials upstairs. You want to take a guess, and then I'll tell you. How many?
Well, I promise you I don't know the answer. We've been saving this for the air. I would say 22 flags.
27, but you were close. 27 flags. And you hate to emphasize something like that because it is a negative, but never in my life.
I'm not often speechless.
Well,
the words
neither
of the
one
great
of us
Elaine
are.
Bennis from Seinfeld, I'm speechless. I'm without speech.
There's a look at Mortimer Jordan taking their warm-ups.
Again, some of the guys that we've really been impressed with. Rice has just been special with 2 touchdowns in this game. And, again, he really likes hugging that boundary. He can tiptoe over there with the best of them. And then got to give credit to Blaze Neely.
Yeah, I believe we got halftime, Coach. No, not quite yet. We'll let you know. Maybe we can catch up with Jake Hogan. I can imagine a second-year coach out of Hoover here at Fultondale is, well, they're just now coming out, so that's usually a sign.
Here we go. Let's go down to Chris Osborne now with Coach Hogan.
All right, Coach, you're down 3 scores, down 3 players after the just a little chippiness on the field. How do you get back into this?
Well, just one play at a time. I mean, the fact of the matter is we're 3 plays away from it. I've never seen a situation where a kid swings a helmet and we end up that far behind the chains. It was interesting. Just mistakes, season opener stuff. We had 2 mistakes on special teams that put our defense on a short field. Other than that, I think our defense is playing really well. When our offense stays ahead of the chains, we're playing really well. We just got to eliminate the penalties and keep playing.
Quarterback really shifty. How are you going to get him re-involved and get some scores out of it?
We got a plan for it. Take what they give us. You know, we're not going to change the game plan. The fact of the matter is we just got to eliminate the mistakes, eliminate the penalties. We got a shot.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
I seem pretty collected.
You know, both coaches I thought might be a little hot under the collar after a combined 27 penalties, but you know, they're working some things out. It's week 0. It's a long season. You can't blow an absolute gasket that early. But man, did you say 27? I thought I was high saying 22.
Well,
I thought that number was high. Apparently not high enough.
Well, I think it's still a good guess, and I think 22 would have been a record for me personally, probably you as well. But let's hope that we can push that all behind us and have a really good, well-played second half. And there is a 5A versus 3A difference here, and a very junior and senior-oriented team in blue, whereas it's just sophomores and freshmen for Fultondale. Maybe things will even out. We'll have a really good football game down the stretch.
Yeah, and when it's this hot out, I'm glad both teams had about 20 minutes to go in there, take the pads off for a few minutes, get some water, get some Gatorade, some orange slices, because, again, these elements still, even though the sun has set here in Kimberly, Alabama, it is still toasty as we are up here in our outside press box up at about the 40-yard line.
We're really comfortable here. It is a little hot. We're outdoors, but I always want to thank our host teams, like in this case, Mortimer Jordan, because they do go beyond to take care of us, and we appreciate that. Get us some water and all that kind of stuff, maybe a hot dog here and there, and we appreciate that very much.
All right, so, Matt, what does Fultondale have to do on this initial drive to go right down the field here?
Yeah, I hate to put it all on this drive, but you kind of do. They don't need 3. They need to get 6. And I think the way they do it, and I know, Johnny, you're going to agree, I see a steady dose of 4.
Yep, Sanders.
Salter, Sanders. Yeah, they need to get the ground game going.
And the one thing that isn't going to let up all day is that Mortimer Jordan student section. Again, as you see them right there, packed in, all excited, beginning of a school year, beginning of what's hopefully going to be a deep playoff run for MJ. They made the postseason last year. I know Heath Lauderdale is really high on this senior-laden team that they can get into the playoffs and make noise, and it all starts here in week 0. Let's play some more football, Matt. What do you say?
I am ready. Hardy tees it up. He's the freshman kicker. Yeah. Kick is going to bounce inside the 40. It's covered up. Smart.
Yeah, you don't need to take any chances there trying to scoop it. Down 3 scores. You're going to have to chip away at this one drive at a time. And Caleb Parker, man, he showed me something early and often in this game. He's been tough. He stood in. He's taken a couple brutal hits. And he just keeps coming back. Only a sophomore.
Line of scrimmage will be the 33. 1st and 10. Caleb Parker, the sophomore quarterback, who I just thought got better and better in the second quarter.
Some of the most important plays of a football game are the first few plays of the third quarter. How you come out of the halftime locker room.
Yep.
Little check with me on the sideline with the coach.
Motion, flag.
Oh, would you look at that? If that's not an omen of things to come.
Snap infraction, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
I think his voice is getting worn out.
Number 28. Now, fun enough, this is the 28th all-time meeting between these two teams, and the 28th flag is thrown with 11:57 to play in the third.
Nice going there.
Loading up the front right there, Mortimer Jordan.
Back to pass, throws, a quick slant. Oh, nice catch. That's Bozeman, the freshman. He'll get back 10.
Again, Matt, he doesn't look like a freshman. I mean, that's an impressive young man that's going to have a lot of football ahead of him at the receiver position.
You know, he just walks like a receiver, doesn't he? Look at his bottom left of your screen. Tall, thin.
And fearless. They're going across the middle. That was a dangerous pass. There were 2 Blue Devils in the vicinity. But
and a little behind him, too.
Nonetheless, 4 or 5 yards.
It's 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats.
It's further than that. It's really 2nd and 6, not to get on our nice PA announcer here.
Well, it is definitely closer to 6. And number 29.
False start.
Snap infraction, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
Is it up to you or me to keep the running total?
Well, the next one will be 30. I'm 30 years old, so.
So then I'm older than you, then it's now my responsibility.
Well, the way it's gone, we might get that far.
Oh.
On pace for close to 60 penalties in this game. And that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, and thank you for being kind. 2nd down and 11. Ball marked at the 32-yard line. Caleb Parker hands it off. Nothing going. Boy, the middle of that lineup, Harris, Higgs, and Lee.
Yeah, Harris and Higgs, they call them the big H's in the middle, and they have been dominant and as advertised. Again, if you can stop the run, and especially as we've seen with some of these secondary players between Silas Shire and Jaden Walker and Xavier Burrow, we know how good this defensive front is. That just kind of trickles down to the rest of this defense and really allows your corners to take more chances.
Well, and you're also just going to put so much pressure when you can stop the run on a sophomore quarterback.
3rd and long, they've seemingly lived in that down and distance all day long.
From the 31, Parker throws deep over the middle, had his man open, didn't throw it long enough. He was looking for Travis Jackson.
4th and very long, and I would assume the punt unit's going to come on, but after that fake earlier, who knows? A lot of standing around right now. Looks like the official's about to speak to us. No. Punt unit's coming on for Fultondale.
There is a punter coming on. But they have swapped them up a few times where I'm not really sure who's going to end up back there in punt formation. That's Jackson right now.
Number 6, Jackson on the punt. Back deep for the Blue Devils, 0 Burrow.
You know, Burrow's had a couple opportunities now to return one. He's been safe the last 2 times, letting the ball bounce. I'm interested to see if he's got an opportunity here.
Short snap. Almost thought he was going to fake it. Neat line drives it, bounces to the 50, to the other side of the 50, and Burrow picks it up down the sideline. He's coming right at us. Now he's going to try and cut back to midfield. Instead, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And I got about a 20-yard return on that punt by Burrow.
Ends up in the hands of his head coach, Heath Lauderdale, keeping him upright. You can just see it the last few punt returns. He's just been itching to take one back. That one was a 50-50. He could have left it. He could have taken it. These fans here at MJ, happy he did so. Oh, it's coming back. There's penalty number 30, Matt.
Is it up to me from now on?
Well, Warner Jordan has had a lot of short fields today. Now they're going to have to go decently far now, and quarterback Blaze Neely is back in the football game for Big Blue after being shaken up in the end zone towards the end of the first half.
All right. Yeah, we've had several really good plays, offensively and defensively, that have been called back due to 30 penalties. From the 44, 1st and 10, up the middle, grinding out some yardage across the 45 to perhaps the 47-yard line.
You know, both run defenses have been stout, especially early on in this game when Mortimer Jordan thought maybe they would be able to impose their will physically in the run game. Credit to the Fultondale interior nose tackles. They've been equal to the test this afternoon, and this evening, I should say.
Brown will get the better part of 3. He has gotten the yeoman's carries rushing the football.
They're in this like weird pistol kind of.
Yeah. He fakes one way. Oh, he wants to go deep.
Got his man.
He's got his man. That's Price. Open, flag. And I think it was justified. What about you?
It looked
if
like
nothing else, he did what I call face guarding.
The best part about this Jeffco Ed TV is we get beautiful replays like this. Let's take going for Rice, and that's the right call. He never turns his head, never makes a play on the ball.
You know
that's Jaden Gadsden for Fultondale that never turned around, and he'll be responsible for that DPI.
You know, and there you see Tanner Rice. You know, maybe the only surprising thing about that is that Rice didn't go ahead and catch it.
No, I know the way he's done all night. He's already made one catch through a pass interference today.
You know what I really liked was the play design. You noted when they're in formation that it looked a little odd, and then he did a nice fake, rolled back the other direction. Nice pass.
Yeah, he's polished. You can tell he's played a decent amount of football as a third-year starter, now in his senior year. He looks like he's got a lot of answers to the test.
Trips to the bottom. Neely will hand off to Brown, but not before we have a word from our flag sponsor.
Ball start, offense.
31.
After the 5th or 6th flag, we joked maybe his batteries are going to go out on his microphone. I'm starting to think they might go out. Wow. Walk around with double A's in your pocket?
I guarantee he can run over here to one of our photographers. They are so well prepared. They've got batteries.
Absolutely. All right, another 1st and long, 1st and 15.
1st and 15, ball at the 43. Lots of movement. Duos to the top, duos to the bottom. Neely avoids one tackler and just throws it away.
Was interested there. Maybe they would have thrown a flag for intentional grounding. Didn't see a receiver in the area. Nonetheless, he might have been outside the pocket. And we got an injured Fultondale Wildcat. 55, that's Cedric Pearson. He's kind of trying to shake it off, saying, no, he wants to stay in the game, man. That's toughness.
And he is one tough big dude.
He's a senior, man. These are your last handful of games in your
limping.
career. And if we notice it from here in the broadcaster's booth, you know that the Mortimer Jordan coaching staff might see that they got a wounded duck out there. They might try to run the ball right at him. 5 wide now.
Blaze Neely out of the gun. Clap snap. Throws, 15-yarder. Nice
ball.
Skinny post and another completion.
Yeah, Matt, that center of the field's been open for a good chunk of this football game, especially when they've gone to the air. They're so worried about Rice on the boundary that the middle of the field's been wide open, and they're really starting to feast on him now. Blaze Jordan with real confidence in that delivery.
McGuire with his second catch, the senior wide receiver.
On that catch, that was number 5, McGuire on the catch.
Out of the gun again. Blue Devils on the drive. Handoff, Brown. He'll get 3.
Matt, they've thrown so many different formations at them in the second half alone. They started in the pistol, then they go to a traditional 5-wide set. There they have one back, and they give it to him on the little draw play. I mean, they're giving this young Fultondale defense a lot to think about at the moment.
Well, they only gave him about 2, 2nd and 8. Ball at Fultondale 26. Blue Devils trying to add to their 21-point lead. Brown, he's got a couple of yards, 5 to the 20, and boy, he is leveled about 2 yards short of the first down.
Big stick right there. Big fan of these Mortimer Jordan helmets with the Blue Devils on the side. Last time I was at this stadium covering a game for 3340, they had the big MJ on the side, and all these high schools now, man, they got the swag. They got alternate jerseys. They got cool helmets. I wish I played football when we had cool stuff. I had a home uniform and a away uniform. Now these kids, they're all swagged out.
Wow, it's nothing. I had a leather helmet. From the 20, they need 2. Neely hands off to the second-string running back. He'll get the first down and then some. That's Cruz. Nice run, first down.
Yeah, Cody Cruz filling in more as that fullback can take snaps as the tailback. A nice change of pace, and there's just a bang-bang nature. One day they throw Brown, the next they throw you Cruz, and of course you got Blaze Neely at the helm of this thing. This is the most in control I've seen Mortimer Jordan look on offense all night.
Actually, this is the best drive either team all game. Inside to 15 at the 14. It is 1st and 10 and number 32.
32.
I'm going to run out of ink.
All right, looks like we're going to go to a timeout here. We're going to. All right, it looks like we're going to throw it to break right now. Is that right, Matt?
Well, I was going to see if we couldn't tell everybody where we're going to be next week because we're going to be awful busy.
Let's go. Let's go. Pinson Valley at Pleasant Grove. The Spartans looking to have a big year 2 after a new coaching change, after the great Darryl LeBeau left for Hoover. He's now at Huffman High School. And then Friday night, Matt, you're going to get sick of me. It's Anniston traveling on the road to Minor. A double dip feature, a double header for week 1 of the regular season. I'm fired up.
And those are good games.
Pinson Valley Pleasant Grove is going to be a really good game. I know that those are 2 teams that have played each other in the past, and there's been so many great athletes that have come out of both of those schools. And then Anniston Minor is always a tough physical football game. We expect a lot of running in that one.
You know, Anniston been in the playoffs going deep a lot here in the last couple, 3 years.
It's a 2-chin-step game when you play Anniston. They're tough kids over there.
From the 14. Pass, no, fake. Handoff, they give it to Price.
Nice
Rice,
play.
who runs The hash mark got a yard, if that.
McGuire with the carry.
Yeah, McGuire
That was
on the
McGuire,
carry.
excuse me, is a 5 and a 6. But we need to see who made that tackle.
It was Roscoe on that play. Wow. Again, they're trying to run that quick little jet sweep. I call it the Lane Kiffin special. We never saw that in the SEC until he came to Alabama. Now everyone runs it. Great tackle by Fultondale to keep this Mortimer Jordan team at bay for the time being.
Inside, there's a junior with a handoff. He gets inside the 5, just some bruising running.
When he hits the hole, he hits it hard, man. He puts his right foot in the ground, plants, and then goes north and south.
Well, and he's got some blockers over there, too. Hughes, Feltman, Jackson. Harp is over the ball. And then you got Josh Roper on the way left. They ran away from that side this time. And he could be in Homewood next year playing at Sanford.
Expecting a bigger year for Sanford now. Last year, such a disappointing season. Chris Hatcher's final year up at Sanford. They're going to be better this year.
All right.
Back to the pistol.
And 33. I'm going to stop counting them.
33, Larry Bird. Or Kevin Falk if you want a real deep cut.
Defense. 5-yard penalty.
All right, well, that if we won't give him a first down, it'll be really, really close.
Let's see.
Let's look at the chain gang here. It's going to be 3rd and inches now.
I don't know.
Yeah, first and goal to go.
All right. Yep, they pulled away the down marker. And we got a stoppage in play. I'm assuming that's going to be heat related. And we'll stop as well as the Blue Devils lead it 21-0 here on Jeffco Ed TV.
Welcome, my name is Adrian Pryor, and I'm the principal here at Fultondale High School, where it's a great day to be a Wildcat. Go Wildcats. Fultondale High School is Jeffco Ed strong.
Back to live action on Jeffco Ed TV. First and goal. Blue Devils threaten to really kind of put this one away. Quarterback, the senior, plays Neely, gives it to Brown, bounces off one tackler, spins. He might have got a couple.
Say what you want about the score. Fultondale's continuing to fight from a defensive standpoint. Again, this is not a unit that is sulking and quitting. They're playing through the whistle.
Vincent Ramsey. Just look at that 72. Just a freshman.
I'm telling you, you might not be able to tell it from the score right now, but this is a Fultondale team where you can see the potential. With head coach Jake Hogan says it's coming, and you can see the potential, especially in the size out there with this Wildcat front.
I'll give him just a yard. First and goal from the 4. Play fake, Brown, throw, touchdown. This time, catch is made by Kason Bridges, the senior. His first TD catch of the game.
Yeah, nice little ride play, that RPO. He could give it if the slant comes open. Neely has the option to throw it. That's exactly what he does, hitting him right between the numbers. His accuracy has really impressed me tonight, both on those shot plays down the field and then throwing those slants in the skinny post like he's done all night. Really impressive from the third-year starting senior. Riley Walker's kick's up and good.
Yep. She is 3 for 4. Hardy made the other one. 4:40 remaining in the third quarter. Blue Devils are on top 28-0 on Jeffco Ed TV.
We are Mortimer Jordan High School, where it's always a great day to be a Blue Devil. We are Jeffco Ed Strong.
Luke Hardy on the far hash, freshman, number 88. Tees it up, and he'll kick deep. Pretty sure the scat back, Bigby will be there, Bagley. And that's him at the 8. Across the 20. Wow, he's fast. He found a hole. He's fast to midfield.
Oh, we got some extracurricular going back down.
We got some stuff going on this end of the field. No flag. Maybe they just really, a helmet came off. I don't know, but that's away from
there's
the
flag. There it is.
Yeah.
Number 34.
Well, and now another foul, and that was likely going to be on the coaching staff.
That might be on the sideline right there.
Yeah.
That might be on the coaching staff. Hey,
yeah, I don't think.
You got Heath Lauderdale on the field right now trying to take his guys back. Again, when a score starts to get as lopsided as it is right now with 4 scores, you worry about this, especially how the first half went.
I don't know if it was Hogan or not, but there were several coaches that were out onto the field. So there's another penalty. I won't give you the count.
34.
Yeah, there you are. You can keep up.
Sportsmanlike conduct against Fultondale and Mortimer Jordan.
Okay.
Also, we have a sideline warning, which is their second of the game. It's a 5-yard penalty against Fultondale.
All right. I honestly didn't know a second sideline warning only resulted in a 5-yard penalty, but you learn something new every day.
Well, I think I got that.
Shout out to the Mortimer Jordan fan base, man. They've come out in droves.
Yeah.
The student body is here standing all game long. This is a great atmosphere for high school football.
So Fultondale will come from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, 2 players got on 1 player. You just kind of knew nothing good was going to come out of that. But sometimes I think it's best to just call offset or not call.
Absolutely.
But in that case, they had to make a call. So now there'll be the sideline infraction. We'll move it to the 45.
There was a lot of jawing for a while, and he held the flag until the very end.
It's made me curious. He's trying not to throw another one.
All right, 4:30 to go. Fultondale is going to try to do something to get in the end zone here.
Motion. Parker. Pump fakes. Going to throw far sideline. Incomplete.
There's another flag, and that one's deserved.
It was unnecessary contact.
If we got a replay of that, it almost looked like he led with the head.
So. Number 9's pass falls incomplete. More flags on the field during the play. We'll go to the field.
Well, this will be number 35, but this one isn't on the officiating crew. This one had to be thrown. He knows it too.
Well,
here's our replay right here. He's defenseless at this point, and he gets him right on the side of the helmet. Right in front of the officials. No hiding from him right there, and he knew it.
I wish I could tell you, but I don't have an 84.
Personal foul.
But we do have a 34.
Defense, 15 yards, first down.
I believe that's 5 personal fouls. Have I got that number
Mortimer
right?
Jordan's got at least 4, and then this is 2 or 3 on them, so you're looking at 5, 6,
Oh, that's
7.
right. They had one earlier. It might be 6.
All right, 4:21 to go.
It's helping out Fultondale there. Bagging on the move, inside handoff, bouncing outside. That's Brown. Check it.
Flag.
That's Salter. And we got another flag.
36.
Holding, offense.
All right, 15 here, 10 here. Over there. We'll end up with a 1st and 15, I think. Is that my math right?
If you were to watch back our broadcast, that maybe we're being a little unfair to the referees. I'd like to point out we're still in the 3rd quarter, and that was number 36. 36 flags in this football game.
And I think they would be more than willing to let some of the little stuff go.
Yeah.
But as a lot of these have been pass interference, holding, and the very unnecessary roughness and those kind of penalties. other than that, I think they've called. I mean, they've called a good game. I agree with you 100%, Johnny. It's not the officials being too picky.
Here we go.
Sportsmanlike conduct against Fultondale's bench. That's their first 15-yard penalty.
That'd be 37.
So that's 36, 37. I'm about to call Alabama High School Athletic Association. See what Scott Griffin's doing.
We know a guy over there.
Yeah. He started this deal.
He's busy tonight, man. He's not focused on this game. He's got his hand in many cookie jars tonight. Wearing a lot of hats, the great Scott Griffin. A legend.
Yeah, indeed. Worked with him for many, many years, both at TV13 and a long stint at Jocks. All right, ball goes all the way back. Line of scrimmage, Fultondale 35. Parker steps up. He's on the road. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of bounds just shy of the 45-yard line.
Number 9, Parker.
A first and 35 doesn't look that crazy when you've seen a first and 55 in this football game.
Didn't we just have first and 10 at the 35 on
we
the other
did.
end of the field?
A few plays later, it turned into first and 35.
I got to tell you a quick story about Heath Lauderdale when I went in, met and talked with him before the game. He said, "You probably don't remember this." He said, "But I remember when you and Scott Griffin were on Jocks." And he said, "And I won tickets to a concert, and I came up there and got them from y'all." I mean, I guess he was like 20.
So great. A lot of these guys are local that stay here and coach these local teams.
Parker steps up, eludes one man, spins. He's going to get close to the 50-yard line.
He's been trying to escape would-be tacklers all night long. He had 2 really impressive runs in the first half, and that was impressive right there, just not to take a tackle for loss or a sack. That was impressive stuff. So it still puts up a 3rd and 23. There's a long way to go for Fultondale, who at this point you'd have to imagine they're not going to win this football game, but they want to string a few good drives together as they head into the next week of the season.
3:19 remaining. Setting the stakes in the down marker. It'll be 3rd down and 23. They got a good scoreboard operator here.
Yeah, he's on his game.
Yeah.
He or she.
Parker. Back to pass. Looks deep. Now he's going to throw over the middle. He's got a man open right at the 40-yard line.
A nice little touch on that ball. That was sometimes less is more, and he put some nice little feathering under this ball and is able to get right into the hands of number 84.
But, you pointed out in the first quarter he was taking his first look and going. He's not doing that anymore.
No,
he
he's
might have
surveying
looked off
the field.
2 receivers and then went.
And sometimes baptism by fire is the best way to do it. Go 5 wide, empty it out, let the quarterback that you took you to the dance make the decisions. You know what I mean? Again, and he's still a kid as we're looking at him right there. He's skinny.
Probably doesn't drive yet.
No.
I mean, maybe with a permit.
That's right. He's trying to get a good drive going right now into the end zone. That would be
there
pretty
you
nice.
go.
4th and 13, considering this was 1st and 35 at one point. They're in position where they, in theory, could pick this up.
Watch 15, bottom of your screen. Play fake. Rolls right. Throws it in the flat. That pass was almost intercepted.
That'll be a turnover on downs. Nice little play design, but Mortimer Jordan was not fooled. 28, man. We just got to give it up tonight for the great Shire, who had an interception earlier in the first quarter, and right now would be my player of the game.
Yeah, we've called his name enough. Ivy was the intended receiver.
Him on defense, Rice on offense have shown themselves to have really strong starts to the season. With all the new music, it's nice they still play Bon Jovi. About 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Mortimer Jordan leads 28-0.
And they have the football. Quarterback Neely has gone the distance. Yet another flag. Or a stoppage in play.
Legal substitution, defense.
I guess you got to call it.
I guess
Maybe
those are half call.
Could you close your eyes for a minute and say
on
no?
pace. I believe we might get to 40 by the fourth quarter.
1:59 remaining. 1st and 10 now at the 48-yard line, maybe closer, right at the 48-yard line.
There's
for
still
the guys
some
in
confusion
blue.
there. Number 12's coming off right now.
Well,
Fultondale.
this is It's going to happen. I'm not going to say it's to be expected, but you're early in the year. High snap gathered by Neely. Neely has all the time in the world. He's throwing deep. He's looking for Rice. Just overthrew him at the 10-yard line.
Doesn't know his own strength. What an unbelievable ball.
Number 7, Neely's pass.
Oh, that was a pretty ball.
The way Rice has played all day, just throw it up and let him go get it. That was probably a yard or two overthrown. But he threw that ball from the 40-yard line. That's hit right around the, oh my God, it was almost 55, 60 yards in the air.
He got to be getting some looks.
Yeah, third-year senior, man, if you're able to play as a sophomore and you're trusted to be given the keys to the car at that age, you obviously have potential.
Snaps. Throws over the middle. Looking for McGuire. Did he end up catching that ball?
He did. He bobbled it at first, then he ended up making the catch.
And he had Fultondale draped all over him.
He throws a really nice slant ball. I mean, we've talked about the accuracy all night long. He's an impressive kid.
That play does generate a
first down. Now in Fultondale territory. At the 1 minute mark. It's another thing that Mortimer Jordan has done a good job here in the third quarter is they are eating some clock.
I'm going to sense some pressure here.
Quick pass. Oh, incomplete. Intended for Helm. He has been targeted a couple of times.
It's funny, all night we've talked about the age difference. I can't remember the last time we talked about a sophomore or a freshman for Mortimer Jordan. It's been juniors and seniors all over the football field.
Well,
I don't know if they start any underclassmen.
No, they have a backup wide receiver that's a sophomore named Jalen Nixon, and that's the only freshman or sophomore on my charts.
Wow. They're loaded.
Yeah, I think big things are expected. Wow. Big things expected out of this run. That's Brown for about 15.
And he runs with intention. He's a violent runner. The minute he hits his first stride, he puts his foot in the ground, plants, and goes. And I wouldn't want to tackle number 4 in blue right now, Matt. He is, as he comes off the field, a little limpy. And he's run hard all night long. He's on the sideline now, yeah.
And Cruz will step in on what might be the final play of the third quarter. Cruz finds a hole in the secondary past the linebackers. He is turned around at the 15-yard line. Cody Cruz still on his feet.
Look at that, and he gives the first down signal.
Yeah, he had 22 yards on the carry.
I mean, if you're Fultondale, there's no rest for the weary. Brown goes out with a slight injury. Cruz comes right in and busts right up the middle for a first down.
They didn't lose a thing, did they? There he is at the line of scrimmage. He gets one. King for Fultondale will wrestle him down really closer to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. And that will wrap up the third quarter of a play. And the homestanding Blue Devils are in control, leading at 28-0 as we head to the fourth quarter on Jeffco Ed TV. Go to the fourth quarter here on Jeffco Ed TV. Guys in blue up top 28-0, and they've got the football threatening to score.
Now, if you're Mortimer Jordan, I know it's been a physical game. I know this goes back to the Jamboree, like Chris Osborne was so keen to tell us. He was so all over that great talking point. This has got to be a quarter where you just want to survive the next 12 minutes with no injuries. You don't want to get anybody suspended. I know Fultondale might try to bait you a little bit because they're down, but you can't take the cheese right now. This needs to be a clean 12 minutes of football.
Yeah, and imagine you're going twos here, aren't you? Pretty much.
Yeah, I'd expect if they score one more time that we might see Gooch, the backup quarterback for Mortimer Jordan, and Blaze Neely, although he did start the game red hot, he's certainly finished it. He's going to try to score once more.
Looks one way, spins, does a pirouette. Now he's on the run. Blake Neely will cruise into the end zone, although he's hit at the goal line. He takes it in. Blue Devils are more than in control.
Yeah.
It's 34-0 with a point after 10.
He's bouncing around with some swagger right now. Fakes the pass to the left, doesn't like what he sees, says, I'm just going to tuck this ball and run. High and tight, making sure that's not getting punched out. Takes a hit at the 1 yard line and rolls in, and he's fired up, man. It's his senior year. He's at home. Tosses the ball to the official. He's having a great night.
Couple passing, couple rushing.
I think that's 4 total.
That point after, that's about the only thing that's gone wrong scoring-wise for the Blue Devils.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's Neely's final play of the night.
I think we're going to see Gooch. You know who else is listed on their depth chart?
Who's that?
Tanner Rice. He thinks he's
the
their third-string quarterback. Hey, let's take a break on Jeffco Ed TV.
We are Mortimer Jordan High School, where it's always a great day to be a Blue Devil. We are Jeffco Ed Strong.
Back the kickoff. And it is fielded. That's Bagley again. And he goes to the far sideline.
More
he had
flags at the 40.
Great
We got some more
50-yard
chippiness.
run down. Yeah, you're right. It was called back, and now this one's going to go back to
I'll tell you what, Fultondale's not going down without a fight.
Number 20, Carol Olmstead.
Quite literally and figuratively.
All right, return team holding. That'll take it back to around the 10-yard line, something like that. Are you still keeping up?
Oh, yeah, we've hit 39. That's 39. We were sitting on 38, so we're one away from 40. We're going to shoot off confetti cannons once we get to 40. Kidding. Of course.
All right, they'll back him up. Good look at our Jeffco Ed TV scoreboard.
As Heath Lauderdale. He's got to be really happy with his defense's performance today. Obviously, they've come in with a lot of swagger, and they're playing a team full of underclassmen, but they've done their job.
So, line of scrimmage will be indeed just inside the 10 at the 9. Parker. Delay handoff, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gang tackling, man. 1 hat to the ball, 3 hats to the ball, 5 hats to the ball. Everyone's getting in on the party. And again, Neil Harris has really impressed me tonight. We've said his name multiple times as a defensive tackle. He's a monster.
So they won't give him any yardage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. There's a little hop and a skip and a clap. The guys in blue.
The band's having a good night. Sounds like an Irish jig going on.
Well.
You don't hear that in the South, deep
Well,
South.
you do in Boston.
That's right.
Back to pass, Parker. He wants to go deep. Now he is going to do far sideline. That pass is tipped and almost intercepted by D'Angelo Williams.
Yeah, that's dangerous right there. One of the few times that he wasn't under duress from the snap, Mortimer Jordan dropped a lot of guys in coverage, and that was a dangerous ball right there. But still ended up on the turf.
Nice acting job, too.
Yeah. Caleb Parker's going to have to put some ice on his body tonight when he's done. This poor kid's really tough. He stood in there and taken a beating tonight.
I am with you 100%.
You got a lot of respect for a kid at that age who stands in the pocket and continues to answer the bell. He just continues to get up.
Really like to see what he does next week. Yeah. I mean, he's seasoned a lot. Now he rolls, stops, running around the end zone. Eludes one tackler, trips at the 10, forward to about the 13-yard line, where it'll bring up 4th down.
At this point, if you're Jake Hogan and you're this Fultondale coaching staff, you never want to wave the white flag. You want to play to the final whistle, but you might want to live to fight another day as far as their starters right now, because it's going to be a long season. They're going to try to compete and win a region championship in Class 3A, and they've taken a beating tonight, especially their quarterback, Caleb Parker.
There's your bruiser right there. It's Harris again, isn't it?
Yeah, Neil Harris is going to limp off.
No. And in all likelihood, Fultondale's punt team will come on. But to be very honest with you kind of never know what they're going to do in punt formation. But they've got Jackson back, and he did punt last time.
Would you rather call a game at this temperature, or would you rather be in the freezing cold?
At this temperature right now, I'm okay.
When we kicked off?
When we kicked off, but you know, it's our guys on the sideline, Chris Osborne, but we'll also our photog. That kick is almost straight up, and it's going to take Mortimer Jordan bounce back inside the 40-yard line. And I want to see if your call's correct, if we don't see Gooch.
Let's see. Just under 10 minutes to play here. Kimberly, Alabama, 34-0. Mortimer Jordan. Again, they were a heavy favorite coming in tonight, and it certainly wasn't the prettiest first half. I believe it was 21-0 coming out of the break, but they've completely taken control of this second half and have proven themselves to be the better team. But no, it looks like Neely's going to stay in the game.
Well, there he is. Snap, and they'll give it right up the gut to Brown, who, well, I think he's okay. He gets 6 at the right side. Well, maybe he's not. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Tough kids. These kids are all tough, man. They continue to bounce back up.
Play picks up 5 yards. It's 2nd and 5.
He's going to head to the sideline right now as we approach the 9:30 mark to play in this football game. Week 0 to kick the year off.
Let's go to Chris Osborne, second half report.
Hey, guys, you know, it really boils down to a lot of first half mistakes, a lot of chippiness, a lot of things that can be corrected. You know, this game obviously looks like it's getting a little out of hand. It's been a great night for the Blue Devils, not so great for Fultondale, but I've talked to some of the coaches on the sideline. They're recognizing, they're making notes about the mistakes that they're making, and they're going to clean up the discipline, hopefully. So, you know, again, first game, you kind of start to see what you got, and unfortunately, Fultondale's got a lot of work to do. Back to you guys up top.
Yeah, they do. But I think they got the players and the coach to do it. And we have, I believe that's 100% a cramp.
I've seen more helmets fly in this game.
Yeah, one came off there. I thought that was the reason that they stopped play, but at the same time, I did not see
that's a cramp.
Fultondale player.
Doesn't feel good in the moment, but you'd rather a cramp than some real issues.
Wow, he just ran off to the Mortimer Jordan sideline and went down.
In the name of efficiency.
Yeah, there he is. Now he's pulling back on the tops of his toes. That would tell me it's more of a calf than a thigh.
What is what's the remedy for cramps these days? Is it mustard? Is it pickle juice?
Mustard, pickle juice.
I've never done any of that. I think I'd rather have a cramp than have pickle juice.
Have you ever had a cramp?
I've had a few cramps in my day.
Well,
but I'm a well-hydrated man.
You must really not like.
I was sitting at home all day guzzling water. I was ready to go. I was like a water park. Too. How much water I had.
And this is amazing, I even cut down on coffee.
I don't do that.
And I'm old school. I'm a big-time coffee.
Oh, you worked in radio in the 80s?
Oh, yeah. No. I worked in the 70s.
The 70s.
Thank you for being kind, though. I was back there when there was really rock and roll disc jockeys. All right, enough of that. Here's Neely. Boy, he could write a book. He's going to throw deep into the end zone, looking for Rice. No, that's McGuire. McGuire's got him for the touchdown.
Wow.
That's his third.
Yeah, his third, the 5th total touchdown today for Blaze Neely. who seemingly had all day to pitch a tent and then throw that ball up. Great protection from the front five. He throws such a tight spiral, gets over the head of the safety and right into McGuire, who I believe was in bounds. They're going to count it nonetheless. Blaze Neely really having an impressive debut performance of his senior year, and this is getting out of hand right now. That extra point is up and good. Make it 41-0 in favor of the Blue Devils.
Amazing. Some more comments on Blaze Neely and these receivers in a moment. Right now, it is 41-0 Blue Devils on Jeffco Ed TV.
Introducing the brand new app for Jefferson County Schools. This is the home screen. Tap the 3 horizontal lines in the bottom left to see all the menu items. To turn on push notifications, tap Settings, select Notification Preferences, and allow notifications. Tap Subscriptions to subscribe to your school. The Events section shows a list of events throughout the school. You can use this button to add an event to your calendar, or tap here. The feed is where you'll find updates from administration about what's going on throughout the school. It's everything Jefferson County Schools in your pocket.
Hello, Kimberly. Let's have a party tonight. 41-0. Your hometown Blue Devils are in control. Hardy will kick deep. Fielded by the little guy. That's Bagley. Coming our way. And dragged out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now, if you're a Fultondale fan watching this, you got a relative on the team or you're just someone from the Fultondale community that couldn't make it out to the game tonight. The season didn't start so great for the Wildcats last year either. However, they were a second-half team. They won their final 4 games and were able to sneak into the playoffs. So I wouldn't look at tonight as a harbinger of things to come because we've seen already in year 1 of the Hogan era, this team has the ability to get better, and they will get better. And they're going to be playing a lot more teams to their caliber, but this Mortimer Jordan team has proven that they could have a special year led by a special quarterback in Blaze Neely.
That's very well put, and it's a youth deal. As I said in the very open of this broadcast, snap, Parker's going to keep it left side, 30, cuts back, makes a man.
Ball's out.
He fumbled the football, and Blue Devils are on it. Is that Shire again?
No, that's 24.
Okay.
24. They got some backups that are playing now. Obviously, getting some younger guys
that's
some
Jaden
reps.
Walker.
Jaden Walker's going to fall on that. And you just talk about the youth, and that's a play right there at the end of the game. You're tired. You've taken a beating. You still got to protect the football. Because as you said early on when he threw an interception in the first quarter, I mean, you can lose a game, and then a game can really get away from you when you start turning that pigskin over.
I said in the open, a perfect example is Fultondale starts 3 seniors. Wow. Mortimer Jordan has 4 seniors on the offensive line alone. And we've got a whistle. 8:27 remaining.
All right.
And
no more Neely.
No.
12.
Well, that's Eli Crane, the senior quarterback.
High snap.
Well, that was an interesting play. I'm not sure it was designed that way. Crane kind of missed a high snap.
Number 18 into the Blue Devil backfield.
Ball ended up in the hands of an unnamed player.
With these uniforms with the number 12, he looks like Andrew Luck down there, the old Indianapolis Colt quarterback.
Well, you know, I was going to say something in the first half when we were looking at Neely.
Yeah.
Burt Jones. You don't remember that. This was a long, long time ago, but he looked just like Burt Jones, who played with the Colts and came out of LSU.
Now, I'm an old soul at 31, but I'll tell you what, Burt Jones is one of the names that's escaped me. I'm not going to pretend to know who that is.
It's okay.
Jeff George, I remember.
Yeah, he was crazy. Boy, he could throw a football through a car
That's
wash
right.
and not get it wet.
Oh.
Crane takes one to the helmet.
Welcome to the game.
He didn't go down, though, did he?
Eli Crane.
number 12, Eli Crane with the keeper. That play fills the game.
Crane's a junior, correct?
Looking at a 3rd and 19.
Well, I've got senior.
Senior.
But I have several different rosters as well.
Another look at that really sharp Mortimer Jordan uniform. Indianapolis Colts, Duke Blue Devils. They got the Blue Devil on the side with "Eat" on the helmet plate right there. Well, they're full right now. They've eaten their fair share tonight. 41 points with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to play, and they're just running this clock down. Lauderdale's called the dogs off, so to speak. He'll let that clock get down to about 3 or 4 seconds before snapping it.
There's a handoff and a sweep. They'll lose a couple.
Shout out to the Fultondale band, too. They've been out in full force tonight as well. They're making great music for everyone, keeping everybody involved in that sideline. There hasn't been much offense over there, but the cheerleaders and the band are certainly keeping everyone engaged.
I believe that's a 3 and out without a penalty. Uh-oh.
That's the first time. We've been sitting on 39 for a while.
Good.
I'm not sure if we're going to get to 40. Here's the punt. Oh, that's the best punt of the night.
That's
wow,
hard.
it's a boomer.
And it'll bounce out of bounds. At what, 12-yard line would you give it? That's a heck of a punt.
Wow.
40 plus, no return.
Now you understand, talking to Lauderdale, just why he's so high on his team this year. This is an experienced bunch. They're deep almost everywhere.
Timeout on the field. We'll take 1-2 on Jeffco Ed TV.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. We are excited to announce our signature academies. Here's what you can look forward to. And this is just the beginning. Jeffco Ed's Signature Academies. Learn today and experience forever.
There's the majorettes. As we get back to play here, under 6 to go, Fultondale would like to erase that goose egg. Their sophomore quarterback, Parker, goes up, goes deep. Diving attempt made on the far boundary, but incomplete.
Number 9, Parker's pass intended for a 4 falls incomplete.
Well, again, at this point, you know you've lost a football game, but you're just trying to generate a little momentum heading into the next week. And again, I look at it almost like if you're going to play golf and you've had yourself a crappy round, but maybe you have 2 good shots on the 17th and 18th hole that says,
that's what keeps you going.
When you head back to the clubhouse to say, you know what, I did something well that I'm going to build off of it. If you're Fultondale, that's what you need right now.
Incomplete, stops the clock. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 13. Motion, Wildcats, back and forth, rolling, throwing out into the flat with some greenery in front of him, going out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Looks like that's enough for the first down.
I believe Fultondale's had themselves a change at the quarterback position.
Hudson, just an 8th grader,
Jeez.
Caught the ball.
You got number 8 now in for Fultondale. He's a lefty. That's what tipped me off. McCrell Sutton.
And it got him listed as a junior linebacker, Mikhail Sutton. But that's the jersey number I have for the Wildcats. But I should have noticed something when he threw the ball with the other arm.
I was about to say.
He's a lefty.
He went 1 number down. Caleb Parker, I know they didn't put any points up tonight. I wouldn't hang my head if I was him. He was put in a very difficult situation tonight.
Tell you what, he learned. Inside handoff. They're going a couple deep in their roster, too. Remington Say.
close to a first down. I don't think he
that's
got
who's
it.
on the carry. Now we'll have to check that one, too. That's Jordan, just a freshman running back.
Number 26 with the carry, play picked up about 9 yards.
Ready for a big double dip next week. We got 2 great games coming to you as we kick off the football season here on Jeffco Ed TV.
I have never in my life done back-to-back football games. Baseball,
You're going to be
certainly
so sick of me.
basketball. I think it's more the other way.
I could listen to you read the phone book back
Oh,
there.
you're so funny. There's a nice little turn in. That's going to get enough for the first down.
Number 8, Brown. Number is complete and does generate.
Now, they're saying Graham is the quarterback on a PA.
Early on in this football game, when it was getting chippy earlier, I believe that honestly benefited Fultondale because Mortimer Jordan was focused on everything but the game, it's felt like. And ever since things have kind of calmed down, the cream has rise to the crop, and Mortimer Jordan has asserted themselves as the much better football team tonight.
A little bit there to midfield, and we go sideline on the field. Chris Osborne.
All right, we've got Stephon Parker, the band director here at Fultondale. You guys sound great. Tell me about your band.
Well, the band is Blue Power Marching Wildcats. Consists of 6 through 12, and we're going to the Labor Day Classic Battle of the Bands in Jackson State on September the 6th to compete for a grand prize for $20,000.
That's exciting. Tell me about the support that you get from your parents and from everybody else in the community.
I would also like to thank the city of Fultondale, the mayor, the city council, our admissions office, especially our band parents for all their support, and even our state senators and state representatives also give and donate, and also the alumni, Fultondale Alumni Band Association. Yes, I'm very appreciative and grateful of their support.
All right, well, they sound great. Thank you so much for your time.
20 grand.
I can use 20 grand right now.
Fumble recovered, as you saw on Jeffco Ed TV. That's Colby Chop. We could go all day long, all night long on that name.
Junior defensive lineman. I believe that's turnover number 3, if I'm not mistaken, by Fultondale. And you just have a feeling that they've kind of lost their focus here in the last handful of minutes of the fourth quarter. It's been a long
hard
night.
to focus in the heat. You're down 41.
On the road, start the year.
Yeah.
This is not an easy environment to come play. We talked earlier, one of the nicest stadiums in Jefferson County.
Love this play.
They take care of us great here.
Gooch. Handoff almost taken by Fultondale. And this is going to lose at least 7, if not more.
If you're Mortimer Jordan, you see their fans, their student section that has been loud and rowdy all night long, expecting a very fun senior year for a large of these seniors. What do you do after this big-time win against the team you were supposed to take care of, and you do that? And as you get closer and closer to region play, you have to imagine it's going to be in the front of their minds that this is a team that can win multiple playoff games.
I think so now.
Now, it is a little different in 5A. There's a lot of 6A teams that have come down, a lot of 4A teams that have come up. I mean, it's going to take a few weeks for us to get used to the classifications because it has jambled ever since 7A has been eliminated.
They'll give the loss at 8, 2nd and 18, handoff. Back right at the 50-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and very long. And 22 right there.
He's the little guy who's been playing the nose guard position.
I think he's been in on probably every defensive snap.
Yeah, he ate his Wheaties this morning, man. He's been playing.
He is Kendrick Williams. What do you think he's? 5'7", 160? If that.
You know he's got to have a little
nose.
He's got to have a little nasty in him to be 5'7", 5'8", and be playing the nose guard as a freshman. Kudos to that kid. That's not easy. He's been going to war all night long.
And those linemen are outweighing him by at least 100 pounds.
And then he makes the play right there.
There you go, Williams.
That's his at least 2nd tackle for loss tonight. And the one thing I will say, Fultondale, and you wouldn't know from the score, they have not gotten gashed in the run game up the middle.
I guess it's because of him.
There's a reason. Put it this way, when you see a kid that small playing a position like that, it's not by accident. He's obviously proven himself and shown himself to be more than capable, and Just another reason we love this sport. You get to see great interest stories like that.
Neely is in back end, but that's just because he's a punter. I'm impressed by this guy. And a note I wanted to make on 5 and 6, the receivers, McGuire and Rice, he's not afraid to throw when they're being covered.
No,
and
absolutely.
that's when you've got great confidence in your hands and your receiver.
The anticipatory plays. That's maturity. That's trust built over a number of years.
We've seen back-to-back good punts by both teams. That one's inside the 10. There's 40-plus on that punt, no return.
$1:37 to go. Might be a good time we could plug our doubleheader coming up next week. We're going to be busy here at Jeffco Ed TV. It all starts off on Thursday night, August the 27th, a 7 p.m. start. Pitson Valley taking on Pleasant Grove. That's one of the games I circled on my calendar at the beginning of the year. And then the very next night, join us for a second heaping of high school football action. It's Anniston taking on Minor, the Bulldogs, and the Tigers. Again, that kicks off Friday, August 27th at 7 p.m.
1:37, clock will start on their mark. Let's see. 8 remains in. Handoff, right side. Maybe Graham.
At this point, you just hope you get out with no more penalties, no more injuries, and both teams respectively head back to their locker rooms and get ready for the marathon, because that's what this season is. It's not a sprint.
No. A lot of 2s and 3s are getting some playing time here, as rightfully so. They practice as hard as anybody. 41 to nothing. Stoppage in play, but not a stoppage in the clock. They may have put the run clock on, do you think?
Yeah, up 41-0. That's not the world's worst decision.
No.
Again, just the camera work tonight's been exquisite. It's my first game, do it color.
Guess what? They're just warming up.
The crew that we get to work with, man, I'm excited for this. This is as professional as it gets.
Quarterback keeper, he spins to the 15-yard line, and
that might do it.
That may be the end of this ball game. They might get one more snap, but actually the play clock is more than the actual game clock.
Excited to hear from Coach Lauderdale. He's going to join Chris Osborne after this game, and interested to hear his perspective of what is shaping up to be a dominant defense, headlined by a defensive line that really can get after the quarterback. It can stop the run, and if you can stop the run and you can generate a pass rush, I mean, you got big things ahead, especially when you got number 7 at quarterback, Blaze Neely. Note that name. You're going to hear from him all season long.
It is official. The clocks are at 0. And the Blue Devils will win this one. They'll go to 1-0 on the year. They win at 41-0. The Wildcats will drop to 0-1. But I think you made a great point just about 10 minutes ago, is how Coach Hogan has gotten his team better and better and better. So they finished with 4 straight, right?
4 straight wins and found themselves in the postseason.
Well, you win the right games, you can win 4 and get in.
And every game's important, especially when you strap it up. But at the same time, the games you want to win are your region games. Those are the ones that decide whether or not you're going to the postseason. So, again, you went to war on the road against the team 2 classifications up who were playing all seniors for the most part. Yeah. Nothing to hang your head about. Although it wasn't the best night, they do get a little more polished offensively. And then the discipline on both sides, they're going to have to clean that up. I see Coach Lauderdale working his way over to our Chris Osborne.
All right, folks.
And then he stops. But he may have somebody he needs.
Hey, man, he's
thinking about a couple things.
A lot of things. When you give up 0 points, man.
Chris Osborne, the aggressive man that he is, he's just going to move right over there in front of Coach Lauderdale. Chris?
All right, guys, Coach Lauderdale, pretty convincing win. You're over here, Coach. I don't bite. Pretty convincing win. I know you had to clean up some stuff. What did you say to your squad during halftime to get them to play so sharp for the second half?
Well, the biggest thing is the point of emphasis at halftime was our discipline and focusing on us and doing what we were supposed to do. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. Fultondale's building a program. Coach Hogan's doing all he can, and as far as every day, they're going to get better. But our job is to do the best we can every day. And we played much better the second half. We did what we wanted to do in regard to more discipline, not hurting ourselves, and playing clean football.
So, Coach, going into the next game, what do you take into the next game?
Well, the second half. There's things in the first half that was good to work off of, but the second half we can work off a lot of things that improved for. But we looked into some things that they executed the second half. Hopefully we can build off of it for next week for Shades Valley.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Thanks so much for your time. All right, back to you guys up top.
Hey, Chris, thank you. I tell you what he's got going. It's 5, 6, 7. It's McGuire, it's Rice, and it's Neely. And those guys on offense, I think, accounted for 5 of the touchdowns.
And when Brown doesn't play, Cruz comes in and looks as capable as any backup we have in Jefferson County right now. He was able to make some big plays in his limited opportunities. And this is what you love about high school football, the entire community coming together to sing the alma mater. And these are memories that these kids are going to have for the rest of their lives, because you only get one senior season in high school, and it certainly started off the right way. Chapter 1, a big-time victory over visiting Fultondale, 41-0. How's that for week 1?
How about your debut, your opener? I give you nothing but stars. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Johnny.
Thank you, Matt Coulter. I'm looking forward to a long, fruitful season together.
All right. Well, we got 9 more of these and 2 next week, so join us then for tonight. Kimberly, Alabama, the final score. The Blue Devils of homestanding Mortimer Jordan win it by a score of 41-0. Thank you for tuning in, Jeffco Ed TV.